7 months, let's get it. PogO. Months radicalized Hasan. Let's cancel baseball, my guy. Feels dank, man. Holy cow, man. 8 months, dude. So cool, bro. Really excited, my guy. Six months, Hasan. Of lurking pog. 6 months, Pogu. Hope you had a fun Sunday, Donny Hassel. Thanks, Hasan, you're a cool guy. XD 420 XD 69. Hasan. Seaman. Hey chat, you look very cute today, Peepo Shy.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. We are live, folks, boys, girls, and MBs. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's Monday,
I love every sub-month anniversary where I can
11 a.m., April 5th, 2021, and I am relatively early. Very excited to get started on the day. Okay. And I hope you guys are too. Get started on the week. Live, not recorded. Yes, it is live and not recorded.
Lego.
Folks, it's a Monday broadcast, so you already know what it is, okay? We are gonna blow through some fucking news stories. There's some news to talk about. There's a video out, the react content for John Oliver. There's some other react shit that I want to take a look at as well. Okay? Were you affected by the earthquakes? I woke up. I woke up and I didn't realize that I had woken up. But as far as personal news goes, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I tried to play some fucking roleplay. It did not happen. The server exploded. XQC was banned. There was a lot of drama. And then I ended up doing like fucking a podcast with like Summit and everyone else on the server for approximately 4 hours.
Let's go.
Talking about the OOC podcast. Basically, it's just out of character, talking about the things that are happening on the server and things that could happen on the server, all that sort of stuff.
Hassle.
It was pretty good. It was a fun time overall. Anyway, did you see the Q docuseries on HBO? I did not. I woke up. I went to sleep after that. I tried to play. I got a fucking green laptop finally, but it was GG's. I went to sleep. I woke up early as hell. I guess there was an earthquake that happened. Is your hairline really that bad? Yeah, it's really terrible, dude. That's why I wear a hat and not because I just got out of the shower and I haven't been able to do my hair. Anyway, but I woke up and my parents informed me that an earthquake had happened in the morning. So I guess I realized that it was an earthquake later. It was a 4.1 magnitude out of Lennox, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Jammies.
My brother was like, he felt it. I'm an earthquake scientist and I've never experienced an earthquake. Tell me about it. It's not great. I've experienced a insane earthquake back in the day when I was in Turkey. Anyway, I wish my Bieber ass hair looked like yours. Not any work law. No, not in Ankara, in Istanbul. One of the the 1999 Istanbul earthquake is like, or not Istanbul, it's Izmit. It's one of the worst earthquakes in the world. Like, I mean, damage wise. Gölcük. A lot of people died, yeah.
Hassle.
Anyway, yeah, I slept outside in the bed of a pickup truck in the aftermath of that. But regardless, I don't really remember too much of it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, boys.
Brother.
So I'm gonna get right into it because there's a lot of ground to cover. Okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of ground to cover, boys. There is a lot to talk about.
6 months. Thanks for the content, Hassle.
So let's get right into it. Okay, folks, let's get right the fuck into it. Where'd you buy your Hawaiian shirts? Thrift stores for the most part, but this is Xanarobe. Okay.
Hassle has prime has hug.
All right, so first and foremost, the Derek Chauvin trial is still going on, okay? The Minneapolis police chief who fired Derek Chauvin is going to take a stand on his trial. Week 2 is beginning on the trial today. It has begun already. There's a whole bunch of spectacle that I am staying away from for the most part. Will you talk about the Bo the fifth column situation? I have no idea what the fuck that is. And I am not even remotely interested unless it's very interesting and I missed it. But Janet Yellen is pushing for a global minimum corporate tax. Okay. This is turning into some real fucking, I mean, I guess this isn't exactly
let's go.
The same idea that, hold on, sorry.
Love the content, keep it up.
Okay, we'll talk about the global minimum corporate tax. There needs to be more of a global wealth redistribution. It turns out Bo did human trafficking. Yeah, I know he did it. He talked about it. He talked about it with me.
Pog.
He's talked about it on this. He talked about it literally on this show before when I had him on. Yeah. Why are you guys throwing up fucking question marks?
Hey, bang.
Are you trapped? The wall erected behind you? YouTube connoisseur, I clicked on your fucking link. Stop. Bo the fifth column. He's a YouTuber, and fucking, this is what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter, okay? It's just, people just find out about shit, and then they are like, what the fuck is going on? This is fucking crazy. He was helping them? No, I don't think he was. He made it seem like he was helping them.
Love your face, love your stream, Hassel.
I think he straight up was like, I don't think he made it seem like he was helping them. I didn't get that energy from it at all. It doesn't matter, dude. It literally does not matter. Like, the reason why, yeah, of course I found it concerning. The reason why I don't like fucking talking about this shit is just like, it's just like, it's for 11 people that consume his content in my community to like immediately get my opinion on it, and I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. Okay? I'm trying to cover fucking news, brother. Sorry. Okay, well, let's just do, I'm just fucking posting on Twitter. It's literally bred to drama. It is one step removed from motherfucking people being like, my favorite Twitch celebrity did this. It's LSF, but for fucking for people who are like just getting interested in politics. Okay, that's what it is, which is why I don't like talking about it for the most part. Okay. All right. Here it is. I'm posting. I'm saying like, daycare is open. It's Monday, and there's
Poggies.
There's some news to talk about from infrastructure. I mean,
4 months, baby.
Video on national debt. Are conservatives? Is the MLB doing cancel culture? Find out now. Get in www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. Honestly, I'm lying. When I say it's Monday and there's a lot of news, it's a lie. I've lied to you. Okay? There are no new updates on
4 months Cyberpogger.
There are no new updates on the Capitol attack, I don't think. Okay.
During election cycle, but stayed around and got hooked during your Valhalla streams. You are now my
like. There's just no. There isn't really anything that's going on. Like the fucking. Like XQC getting banned off NoPixel is bigger, fucking more newsworthy drama than fucking what the fuck's going on at the moment. What's on the slate for GTRP today? Hopefully fucking a functioning server, in which case I will be able to do some stuff that I was not able to do yesterday. I found the Constitution for Los Santos. New congresswoman just dropped. Yeah, I know. Odessa Kelly of Tennessee, a community organizer. This is the new Justice Democrat congresswoman. Let's get started with that, actually. Go ahead. All the politics frogs, listen, if you don't show up in fucking full force and support when I'm covering politics, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm done, dude. I'm fucking done. I'm just saying. Blast this fucking tweet out, politics frogs. I'm not seeing enough movement.
Energy out here.
I'm not seeing enough movement from politics frogs. Just saying. I am here, you fuck. Okay. Weren't you trying to get a Second Amendment type thing for felons in the city? Well, they don't have a fucking Second Amendment right in the, or they have a Second Amendment in the Constitution, but it's like unrelated to
PogO.
unrelated to fucking gun rights. What am I saying? I just like lost my mind for a second. Oh, because I clicked on a link. Read the LS Constitution on stream for political frogs. Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. Well, the political frogs are gonna get fucking mad at me because like all of my convictions in the real world and all the things that I advocate for, all the values that I espouse, like I am literally advocating for the opposite, because what I believe works in the fucking real world is not good for like conflict RP.
Hassle.
So I realized last night while I was talking about like making sure that the police are more adequately funded, making sure that like police's demands are met, making sure that, you know, fucking there is, I was advocating for cash bail, like literally just like advocating for cash bail and like more role play opportunities for bounty hunters and shit like that. You know what I mean? I realized that the American world like is great for fucking role play. Like if you don't have like either if the real life or if the world was basically fucking more if the world operated like a video game, it would be a lot more fun if you could just like shoot your way out of problems. Or if America was more like the current way that Los Santos operates, it would be a little bit better, less conflict overall. Like I am trying to turn a video game universe more into America, closer into America, the criminal justice system there, with all of the inequalities and inefficiencies in the criminal justice system in the United States of America, so that there is more conflict and therefore more role play opportunities. America Online the game. Yeah, exactly. America is that fucked for the most part. Anyway, that podcast last night was really cool to see everyone's views on the server and what needs to be added or changed. Thanks to what I think is speaking on chat. I enjoyed it. Okay, good.
Hey, man,
I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Happy Mon.
Anyway, our system is built for conflict, which is useful for storytelling, not for actual humans. Yeah, exactly. I think the server is fine now, which I will be fucking getting back into in a little bit. But yeah, no, for the politics frogs, like, listen, you'll be eating good, okay? My character is going to advocate for felon gun restoration.
Donkeys.
Okay? I want to restore gun rights to felons. There is no gun rights currently in the Constitution of Los Santos in the video game world, but I want to create a Second Amendment, potentially maybe even a fucking gun lobby, who knows? And I want to advocate for I don't know where I don't know where this will go, but I want to
in 6 months
I want to potentially work with like you know, allowing people to certain people to have class 2s, shit like that. Stop telling homeless people that they should stay away because it makes for compelling RP. What?
Present, what gives?
Anyway.
Hey, Moon 2.
Because there are severe and drastic actual consequences / suffering with shit in real life, but it's just fun RP with no long-lasting detriment in a video game world. Exactly. Did you get a haircut? Your hair be looking fresh? No, I did not get a haircut. My hair is just long. Are you going to be a leftist terrorist? I think I remember you considering that in the past. Yes, I am. I am like slowly radicalizing Umberto Donato. What's your thoughts on Modi? Not good. He's really bad. Actually, I was listening to Democracy Now! Earlier today talk extensively about how the AstraZeneca totally flubbed the vaccine distribution, and now India controls like 90% of the impoverished countries and their vaccine deliveries, because they're like literally a single distributor is pumping out vaccines for all of the countries like Nigeria, African nations, just like that. But India itself is also one of the poor nations that it needs to deliver vaccines to, and India is now experiencing an influx, a new surge in COVID spreading, and therefore they reappropriated some of the vaccines back. Out of the 20 million vaccine doses they've created so far, they took 10 million just for India. And obviously India is fucking massive, and India is incredibly poor, and therefore it's not even completely beyond the realm of reason that they would do such a thing. But Modi does suck ass, for the record. Okay. Joe Manchin apparently won't support a 28% corporate tax. What the fuck? So the irony, the beautiful irony, is that the Joe Biden administration's tax hikes on corporations are actually still going to not bring it back up to levels that we had pre-Trump. So technically, he's not even bringing it back up to fucking the tax, corporate taxes up to literally fucking 3 years ago. And dudes are still freaking out over it. Fuck Joe Manchin, okay? Literally, fuck Joe Manchin. Oh my god. Anyway,
11 months, baby.
Moderna has been reverse engineered by Stanford students, and they posted their findings. Nice. Okay.
Marry me, brother.
So I will get quickly into the fucking cancel culture conservative bullshit, because Georgia,
Hasan getting GTA Joker pilled.
State of Georgia and Brian Kemp turned around and signed into law some significant restrictions and rollbacks that will make poor Georgians, make it a lot harder for poor Georgians to actually vote. Okay. Why did he do this? Despite the fact that he kept saying, oh, the elections were not rigged in Georgia. Who knows? Well, I know. I've literally told you this before. These motherfuckers are demons, okay? They literally do not care. All the regular Republicans do the exact same shit that Donald Trump did. It's just that Donald Trump at least had the courage, or at least the idiocy, to straight up say it like it is. Which was, I don't want people voting, because if people vote, we lose. Okay? That's the main difference between, that is the main fucking difference between like Donald Trump and the rest of the Republican Party. And I kept telling you guys this, and the media would make it seem as though there is like this, honest Republican out there, this honest Republican narrative, as though there is this Republican Party that is so different than Donald Trump. It's so different. It's so strange that like, he has 90% approval rating in the Republican Party, but the real Republicans are so different than Donald Trump, whatever. So they're not. And this is a perfect example of this, okay? I don't think Trump actually admitted to that specifically, though. You don't think Trump admitted that if there was vote by mail and universal registration, that Republicans would never win a single election ever again?
You've really helped me get out of a rut.
Now,
thanks, Hasan chat.
In a normal world, you would expect someone not to be so fucking stupid that they would actually openly admit such a, ridiculous statement that is actually true, unfortunately, in American politics. Except he literally said that. Like, he actually literally said the quiet part loud. Okay? He said it verbatim. I have a clip of it. Let's just pull the fucking clip. Okay? Fuck it. I mean, why am I even having this conversation when I could just show you what he actually said so you can fucking act like he didn't literally say what he said.
Just got into grad school for epidemiology. I will work hard to eradicate the disease known as liberalism. Has chud.
Okay, here it is.
Add Pagman emote for less cringe. Chat feels okay, man.
Trump says mail voting means Republicans would lose every election.
An email from Kevin for you, Mr. President. If there is another relief bill, how can we stop lawmakers from dipping into it again for special interest projects? Man, we were just talking about this. Do you want to expand? Can we stop the next one?
It's just the common facts. I mean, they have a majority in the House, and therefore you need their vote, and they want to get certain things. I will tell you this. If you look at before and after, the things they had in there were crazy.
Wait, this is not it, though. Oh no, never mind.
They had things, levels of voting that if you ever agreed to it, you'd never have a Republican elected in this country again. They had things in there about, election days and what you do and
like election days, dude. Can you imagine having like a national holiday for an election? That's crazy. Like levels of voting that would literally mean no other Republican gets elected, which is fine. It's just a self-report. And it's pretty funny.
I've loved my time here.
It's just like you don't want that to fucking happen because you just want Republicans to win. At least the motherfucker's honest. You know what I mean? He's a piece of shit, but he's fucking honest. He's just saying the quiet part loud. And Republicans have always said it, though. Like, they've always said it. It's just like some people, I guess, like choose not to hear it or some shit. I don't know what it is.
All sorts of clawbacks. And they had things that were just totally crazy. And
an email from
the media is at fault here for making it seem as though there is like an honest Republican. You know what I mean?
Still pass through a simple majority override.
But there's an honest Republican out there when like the backbone of the Republican Party has historically, or the backbone of the conservative movement in this country has historically revolved around stopping people from voting. It's kind of a fucking big deal. Conservatives in the past advocated that only white landowning males could vote. Then they made sure that women could not vote, but then they failed. Then they tried to stop black people from voting, and then they failed. So now they still try to stop black and brown people from voting, or specifically poor people from voting, as best as they fucking can. It's literally built into their success strategy. It is about making this democratic process as undemocratic as possible, okay? And that's precisely why motherfuckers will turn around and be like, any sort of expansion on voter rights is basically a bill that you're writing to make sure Democrats win all the time. That's it. That's the truth. It's like, maybe you should change your fucking policies then. You know what I mean? Have you thought about changing your policies instead of trying to stop people from voting? Have you thought about actually advocating for policies that are fucking popular? You dipshit. You fucking moron. At least, I mean, Democrats do this shit too. Democrats certainly advocate for shit that's like, for hyper-specific groups, or will flub the selling point on like an actual popular policy, or will refuse to go the distance on actual popular legislation like $15 minimum wage because they're goddamn cowards, or rather they operate as a bottleneck for any sort of progressive momentum in this country. They're literally a stopgap measure for progressive momentum in this country. Okay? But having said that, I mean, the Republican political game literally revolves around stopping as many people from voting as possible. Okay?
All out over Major League Baseball's decision to pull the All-Star game and the draft out of Georgia after that state's approval of a new voting law. The state's governor blasting baseball's decision and vowing not to back down. Steve Osunsami has the latest.
Darno, left field.
Major League Baseball is not alone. This morning...
So, I fucking don't like baseball, as you guys know. I just don't like sports in general. I don't like watching organized sports. Sorry, I don't know if Hutch is in here right now, but I just don't. It's not for me. But I do understand other people like it, enjoy it.
Okay.
Cool. Baseball is just like way too fucking slow for me. I don't understand it. But the thing I was going to say is, Fall Guys baseball incident. Yeah, the thing I was going to say is like what's happening now is, I mean, I guess they'll describe it here, but the fallout is happening because the Georgia governor signed into law some voting restrictions, right? Restrictions on voting to unroll or to roll back all of these new expansion on voter laws or make it easier for people to vote, right? So now MLB, including 170 plus companies that all operate within Georgia, including Coca-Cola and all these other companies, like big companies, are criticizing the state of Georgia for making this decision. And specifically, MLB literally pulled out their playoffs and their draft. I think that was going to happen in Atlanta.
Executives from Dow, PayPal, Uber, Lyft, Estee Lauder, Under Armour, and more are all sending a message to Republicans in state houses across the country. They've all signed on to a statement calling on lawmakers to make it easy for Americans to vote, writing, "Our elections are not improved when lawmakers impose barriers that result in longer lines at the polls or that reduce access to secure ballot drop boxes. There are hundreds of bills threatening to make voting more difficult in dozens of states nationwide."
We thought of an executive's job as simply running a company have long passed, and we're looking for executives to step into a leadership role. And
it's gotten to a actual fucking point where human beings don't matter, and our point of view literally does not matter. Like, our democratic opinion, our collective action
4 months, boys, girls,
is so insignificant because of how little power we have, and because of the fact that all of the mechanisms in which you could utilize collective bargaining, unions, and all matter of like a grassroots mobilization has been eradicated in this country. So we have to fucking go to corporations and be like, "I'm not buying your product." Go yell at the governor. Those very same corporations who literally line up the pockets of said governors and so that they can get like tax breaks and subsidies and operate without additional regulation or scrutiny in that fucking state or in that region, will then turn around and be like, "You need to stop. You need to let people be able to vote." And it's still bullshit, but it is ridiculous that like this is where we're at in America, where your opinion does not fucking matter, okay? What the opinion of the Coca-Cola executive is way more significant than your personal opinion, no matter how many people you can mobilize and get together. Holy fucking shit, dude. This is feudalism, okay? We are straight up in neo-feudal lordships that are operating on the American soil, and they're getting the monarch, or I guess like some kind of government, to do whatever the fuck they want. There's a little bit more of a mechanism to communicate with the feudal lord, ultimately as the peasants. And when push comes to shove, all of us serfs will be able to, maybe get the Coca-Cola lord to turn around and be like, "Okay, this is kind of fucked up. Let's dial it back a little bit."
And take a stand on social issues.
Major League Baseball is still holding firm. The All-Star Game will not take place in Atlanta this year after one of those bills became law in Georgia. Over the weekend, the Atlanta Braves covered up the All-Star patch on their uniforms. The new law, for example...
Hasan, just listened to the new episode of TrueAnon, LMAO? What? No.
...prevents anyone but a poll worker from handing out water or food to voters waiting in those notoriously long lines that are much more common in counties with larger black and brown populations. It also moves those popular ballot drop boxes from outside to inside early voting locations. They're no longer available 24/7. Georgia's governor accuses baseball of caving to fear.
It means cancel culture and partisan activists are coming for your business.
Yeah. Like, it's literally fucking cancel culture now. Like, God damn it, dude. You are the governor of the state of Georgia, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Cancel culture, motherfucker. Any sort of political mobilization is cancel culture. Immediately. You fucking slap it on anything. It's just, it's gluten, okay? Cancel culture is gluten, boys. It's everything and anything, all right? Like, there was a point in time when everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gluten-free, I'm gluten-free, I'm gluten-free, I'm gluten-free. Does this have gluten? Does this have gluten?" Like, It was just every fucking place you went to, everyone was talking about gluten. Now that's cancel culture. It's just apply it to everything, okay? Shouts out to the people with the celiac disease. Sorry. I'm just, you know what I'm talking about, though. Okay?
Let's go.
It is ridiculous, dude. It is ridiculous. Like, I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she on that video where she talks to Boo Boo Bennett, when she literally, instead of using the word murder, used cancel culture to describe abortions, I was like, that's it. It's gotten to a point where motherfuckers literally think cancel culture is a better, more polarizing way to talk about abortion than just saying it's baby murder. Okay? It's worse than murder, dude.
Love you, Hassie.
Like, they're so fucking stupid. Just say murder. Just say baby murder. That's what, like, that's how you've talked about it. That's ridiculous. But, like, instead she's like, oh, you're canceling the fetus. You're doing cancel culture to a fucking fetus, dude.
They're coming for your game or event in your hometown.
The governor of Georgia also points out that this law actually expands early voting. For example, there are now more days of early voting in this state than in the state of New York. This has put Democrats in a tough...
That's not to say that, like... It's not even to show that Georgia is doing something right, which they are.
Wow.
But it's more so a fucking diss on the state of New York, which has some of the most rigorous and some of the most conservative fucking protocols that revolve around voting. What the fuck, dude? That literally shows... This is part of the reason why fuck Cuomo all the way. Like, New York has some of the worst fucking voter laws in this goddamn country. It's like literally a democratic... It is a democratic stronghold. And it is just party machine politics out there through and through. More early voting days, but they straight up said no 24/7 ballot access, so it's still shit for time. It just makes no sense. Why? Why would you stop that?
Position supporting the businesses that are taking a stand, but also disappointed in the money lost. Losing the All-Star game alone could cost the state, TJ, close to $100 million by some estimates.
Wow.
TJ.
Steve Olsen-Sami Force.
They leave out that the early voting days are all weekdays that end at 5 p.m. Got to make sure the rich white folk can go and no one else ASAP. So, like,
3 months.
There's no reason for why you wouldn't have that. Like, there's literally no other reason why you would change or restrict early voting days to, or early voting days and ballot drop-off boxes to a time frame that is unmanageable. Okay, it's ridiculous. It is completely fucking ridiculous.
All right, but we got to
There is no way to defend the position of Georgian Republicans outside of saying, no, it's good when less people vote. That's it. And I've talked about this a million fucking times over, and I have to repeat myself, but, like, this is how the Republican Party has always operated. It is straight up voter suppression. This is how it works. They do not want motherfuckers to go out and vote, because if more motherfuckers vote, they fear that they are going to lose. Specifically, black, brown, i.e., or just poor people voting. That is the biggest fear for Republicans. All right?
Begin with the news here and the growing showdown between Republicans and big business over the GOP's efforts to change voting laws in the wake of the 2020 election. Major League Baseball has announced it is pulling this year's All-Star game from Georgia over one such law in the state. So let's remind folks about what that law does. It shrinks the window.
What do you do for change except for talking about politics? I take all my Twitch money and I fund left-wing terror groups all around the world, dude. Like, I'm a fucking political commentator, douchebag. What do you want me to do? You want me to go out and, like, punch Brian Kemp in the face or some shit? Like, motherfuckers are so stupid sometimes. I swear to God. My goal is to educate and mobilize people, okay? That's always it. That's the main goal. That is what I do. That is why I do what I do, okay?
Cancel culture is when I can't be racist, has chud.
Anyway, my goal is to also educate as many people as possible. Anyway,
for sending absentee ballots, severely limits the number of ballot drop boxes, and gives more control of local elections to state lawmakers who are majority Republican. It also makes it a crime to give water or food to people waiting in line to vote. There are also less controversial elements like expanding early voting so that there are at least 17 days to cast a vote, and it can go up to 19 days if counties choose to offer 2 Sundays of voting. The bill also requires that when lines are longer than 1 hour, counties must send more staff and machines out. A number of big businesses in Georgia, though, including Delta and Coca-Cola, have...
Wait, what the fuck? Why?
Election. Major League Baseball has announced it is pulling this year's All-Star game from Georgia over one such law in the state. So let's remind folks about what that law does. It shrinks the window for sending absentee ballots.
Thanks like, none of this makes sense from any POV whatsoever, okay? It does not make sense. Like, what is the argument that, like, you know, we're preventing illegal immigrants from voting by doing this? No. Like, why? What's stopping a criminal from wanting to vote? Which, by the way, statistically, not a real thing, okay? There is no empirical evidence to show that voter fraud is happening at a level that literally sways the outcome of elections. None whatsoever. Over the course of decades, there have been studies conducted by Republicans, conservatives, liberals, leftists, bipartisan studies conducted by Donald Trump's administration's very own election integrity committee that quietly disbanded when they found no evidence. Studies conducted by George W. Bush's fucking committee for election integrity that quietly or not so quietly disbanded. Voter suppression is the real problem. Election tampering is the real problem. Voter fraud is not. Okay? It has never occurred. It will never fucking happen. It is ridiculous, but Republicans will just keep fucking lying, okay? They will keep lying over and over again as though it's happening all the goddamn time. That, like, undocumented immigrants are coming into the country in waves and you know, they're doing like a, you know, Naruto run over the border so they can go fucking vote. So they can go vote and vote illegally and vote twice for the Democratic Party. And that's the only reason why Democrats win. Like, this is a complete fabrication by conservatives. It happens to be the only way to justify the voter suppression measures that they implement. $200 companies came out, or 193 companies came out, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean anything. This is like the CEO letter about how we're going to do shareholder or stakeholder capitalism, not shareholder capitalism. These motherfuckers just put this shit out there specifically so they can win brownie points, okay? Like, if they really, really, really wanted to put a dent in American democracy, they would allow their workplaces to unionize, okay? They would allow for higher corporate tax rates so that there are better social safety nets for Americans so that they can then turn around and have more power to advocate for their best interests. They would literally stop fucking funding the Republican Party. They're just never going to do that. They're never going to do that. So they do this like symbolic, like, we are so mad at you, Georgia. Why would you do this? And then they still funnel guerrillions of dollars to super PACs that directly fund these demons. Okay, it's just how it works. You know, you could throw up the fucking black fist as Walmart and say Black Lives Matter, and then keep buying fucking cruisers of the police department or whatever fucking APC that the police department wanted to purchase so that they can run over 14-year-old black kids skating in the suburbs of fucking, Ann Arbor. Okay? That's literally how this works. They fucking do this symbolically so they can make you feel like the brand cares about you and your well-being. It's never been a real thing. Yeah. Sorry, brother. Our police department needed an MRAP, brother. You don't understand. Like, we needed to blow out people's eardrums with our fucking LRADs, okay? They were fucking protesting. Are you gonna be fasting? No, of course not, dude. Okay. Based alert. Oh, the Arkansas governor, Hutchinson, announced he's vetoed the anti-trans bill, HB 1570. Holy shit. Hutchinson says the bill was overboard, restricted people's decisions, and sent a message about Arkansas that he did not want to send. At the same time, he notes that the legislature can still make an override vote by a simple majority. Notable that Hutchinson said specifically that he wants transgender people in the state to know they are loved, albeit an answer defending his signing of the other two pieces of legislation that subject trans people to differential treatment. What's next? HB 1570 passed overwhelmingly in both chambers, so one chamber decides not override, meaning a ton of lawmakers changed their vote in light of Hutchinson's veto. It could still become law. This is possible. It happened with another bill.
I was told this week that the nation is looking at Arkansas because I have on my desk another bill passed by the General Assembly that is a product of the cultural war in America. I don't shy away from the battle when it is necessary and defensible, but the most recent action of the General Assembly, while well-intended, is off course, and I must veto House Bill 1570.
Governor Hutchinson's veto is more conservative than the bill itself. The government has no right to override the judgment of a person's doctors, mental health professionals, parents, and their own views as to what medical treatment is in their best interest. It's common for the state to institute protections for adolescents, such as parental consent. This Arkansas bill is the opposite of that. It makes it a felony to provide treatments that a person's doctors and parents all want. It is, as he said, extreme government overreach. Wait, what? So why is he criticizing it? Wait, I'm so confused. He makes it seem like this is a bad veto and then follows through on the bill being really bad. So what's the fucking conservative element about the veto itself? No, he's not going full libertarian. If he had gone fucking full libertarian, he would say that this veto was good because it is ridiculous to restrict consent in this way. Oh, he's saying it's good that he's conservative. Yeah. Okay, sorry. He's using conservative as a positive here. He's saying conservative in like the libertarian sense. Okay, got it. Oh my God. I was like, I never read like that. So I was like, I've never been conditioned into fucking assuming that something being more conservative is a positive. So I didn't fucking understand what he was trying to say. I was like,
let's go.
The fuck? Yeah, I don't know why he chose that the way to talk about it like that, but I get it now. I still don't understand. No, he's saying conservatives that are actually for small government would oppose a bill such as this one because it is literally big government to stop doctors from doing what's best for patients. And that is what the conservatives are doing. The reality is, small c conservative, okay? He's not saying like Republican. He's saying small c conservative ideals revolve around limited government. The reason why I could not comprehend this is because no one, and I mean not a single fucking conservative, literally operates this way, okay? It's just a way to hide their personal biases under the guise that they are making an intellectual or rather an ideological argument, okay? Conservatism is not about small government. It's not about limited government at all. It has never been about limited government. I'm sorry to say this. It's just about deregulation that favors corporations so that corporations control your life rather than the government's actually trying to push back against that unlimited control that corporations already have. It is really fucking stupid. Conservatism is about Mr. Potato Head's penis way more than it is, or making sure that like a fucking 16-year-old trans kid gets bullied in school aggressively, even though there's like literally 0.02% of the population is like is trans or some shit, like of high school athletes are like trans, and conservatives are like, no, we need to like literally lock them in jail. Like that's conservatism, okay? That is conservatism, creating problems where no such problems should exist. the Kochs made it this way? I mean, not really. They've always been this way. Okay. Yeah, conservatives advocating for fucking, advocating against abortion is a great example of this. Like, you're literally telling a woman what they can and can't do with their own motherfucking body, okay? That's what you're doing. When you are a conservative, supposedly, advocating against abortion and saying, like, you should not be able to get an abortion, you're literally limiting what people can do with their own fucking bodies. That's it. The easiest way to describe it is like, it is a violation of the non-aggression principle. A baby is violating the nap, okay? It's like property rights.
To state lawmakers who are majority Republican. It also makes it a crime to give water or food to people waiting in line to vote. There are also less controversial elements like expanding early voting so that there are at least 17 days to cast a vote, and it can go up to 19 days if counties choose to offer 2 Sundays of voting. The bill also requires that when lines are longer than 1 hour, counties must send more staff and machines out. A number of big businesses in Georgia, though, including Delta and Coca-Cola, have criticized the law, leading Republicans to threaten retaliation. For more on all of this, we are joined now by Atlanta Mayor.
What are they going to do, bro? Stop fucking drinking Coca-Cola? Is that what they're going to do? Good luck, Republicans. At least I'm honest, okay? I'm not stopping my motherfucking Diet Coke consumption. Let's be real.
Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. Mayor Bottoms, good morning to you. Complicated morning for you, I imagine, because this is somewhat divided Democrats. On the one hand, you've got Joe Biden, President Biden, supporting the move by Major League Baseball. But Stacey Abrams, prominent Democrat in the state, says while she commends Major League Baseball, she's disappointed about the impact this move could have on families there in the Atlanta area. Where are you on this morning?
Well, first of all, good morning, and thank you for having me. You know, this is a tough one. The Metro Atlanta economy is the 10th largest economy in the nation. And so when you talk about boycotts in and around Atlanta and the state as a whole, it's impacting small businesses. It impacts corporations that hire not just corporate officers, but administrative assistants, people who clean up the building, work in the cafeteria. And so I respect the decision. I understand the decision, but I don't like the fact that we have been put in this position by our state legislature and our governor, because the people of Georgia will suffer.
Yeah, Mayor Bottoms, you've said that other dominoes may fall as a result of this law in your state. Have you heard from other companies who have already signaled that they're not going to do business in Atlanta or in the state of Georgia because of it?
Well, I do know that there are other large-scale events that are openly contemplating whether or not they will stay in our state. Tourism is one of the largest industries in our state. Delta Airlines is one of the largest employers in our state. So this will have a devastating impact. And the irony of it is that we were opened up early under the name of getting back to some type of economic recovery. And with just one signature, that's all been wiped out. And so it's not too late for the governor and the legislators to go back, do something differently. They can go back in January. They can fix this very broken and ill-conceived law, or they could perhaps even go into special session over the next few months and make tweaks that will allow us to continue to be the open and welcoming state that we claim to be.
Well, the governor, Mayor Bottoms, good to see you. The governor and the Republicans in your state legislature do not appear to be backing down. They say they are standing firm. Are you worried that this will now backfire against your state and your city?
I'm absolutely concerned that this will backfire. This is the first of likely many events that we will see pull from our city and from our state. And also, again, we are home to almost 30 Fortune 500 companies in the metropolitan Atlanta area, an area that voted very heavily Democrat back in November and in January. And so it's unfortunate. We've had laws contemplated in the past that people have threatened boycotts, but we've also had governors in the past who vetoed those laws. And this governor has chosen not to do so. Instead, he's doubled down.
So Mayor, how would you like corporations and businesses to respond to this issue?
Well, what you've seen is a response from corporations and businesses.
But it's hurting the city potentially. So what, if anything, would you like them to do?
Well, just what corporations have done. They have spoken out and said that they support access to open voting. And that this law is not a good law for our state as a whole. I think that at this point, that is all they can do. But there is, well, actually, there is a little more. I know many corporations have already said that they will not support candidates with financial support who supported this law. And so it looks like it's going to be a very long and painful fight all the way around. But again, there's an opportunity to fix this. You have to know when to hold. You have to know when to fold.
I find it really interesting that they're talking about the immediate economic impact of like corporations pulling out, and no longer do they seem concerned with like the actual impact of the legislation. You know what I mean? Like, the actual impact of the actual impact of voting restrictions is now secondary to the economic impact of like corporations pulling out from Atlanta, from Georgia. It's kind of interesting. It is wild that corporations have this much power, man. It's crazy. I really do think relying on them to this degree is really, really bad. Anyway, a bunch of people talked about it, but McConnell took aim at corporate U.S. Parts of the private sector keep dabbling behavior like a woke parallel government. Corporations will invite serious consequences if they become a vehicle for far-left mobs to hijack our country from outside the constitutional order. And now you have Rubio asking the MLB commission to drop his membership at Augusta. To do so would require personal sacrifice as opposed to the woke corporate virtue signaling of moving the All-Star game from Atlanta. All that is so... Oh, what the fuck? So we are going to move on with this story. I want to show you what like some Republicans have said, including Greg Abbott and all these other Republicans who are fucking losing their minds over this. Corporate influence has always been first and foremost the most important thing. It's just that like Republicans are upset because they need to keep winning elections so they can demonstrate corporate power on the political scale against the interests of many, against the best interests of the American population, the broader American population. And if you are eliminating a way for Republicans to win elections by literally gaming the system, they're going to start getting mad and say, oh my God, I'm so mad at corporations. It's like, dude, you're a fucking slave to the corporations, okay? You are a corporate slave. You need to know your fucking place. And when corporations speak out like this, they try to make it seem like, oh, you going to make me act up. I'm Mitch McConnell, and you going to make me fucking act up. I will turn around and actually allow motherfuckers to unionize in Kentucky. Like, it's just bullshit. You're not going to do that. And you're also giving the game away. Yes, we live in I've said this before, America is not a fucking real country. It is just a consortium of massive multinational corporation hubs that revolve around like built identities that completely center around their consumption, their personal consumption. We are not like a real fucking country. There is no cohesion in that respect. It's just like, you know, I am the Coca-Cola Applebee's man, and you know, Mitch McConnell has got like a bunch of other fucking corporate donors. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, listen, I need to run the first ad of the day, boys. It's top of the fucking hour, every hour. We want a 60-second ad break. You already know what the deal is. If you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Speaking of corporations dominating my ass, That is my little fucking corporate update for you. Connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch and hit me with some fucking primers, boys. It's top of the fucking hour. You can also send links if you are a subscriber. So there is that too. Here's the 1 minute ad. No. Okay. The GOP's looking at MLB like hogs looked at the cops who dared to defend Capitol on January 6th. Yeah, so it's just like very interesting that they're so butthurt about what MLB's doing. Thank you for the... Okay, so I was looking forward to throwing out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opening game until MLB adopted what has turned out to be a false narrative about Georgia's election reforms. It is shameful that America's pastime is being influenced by partisan politics, says Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, a fucking demon in his own way. He sent this letter out. He said, "Dear Mr. Liebman, thank you for the invitation to throw out the first pitch of the Texas Rangers home opening game. I was looking forward to it until Major League Baseball adopted what has turned out to be a false narrative about the election law reforms in Georgia, and based on the false narrative, moved the MLB All-Star game from Atlanta. It is shameful that America's pastime is not only being influenced by partisan political politics, but also perpetuating false political narratives." Motherfucker, I'm sorry. It is not a false political narrative to say we should make it easier for people to vote, okay? Trust me, they're still going to... Obviously, corporations are aware that when people are allowed to vote, they're still going to, what? Vote for the Democratic Party or Republican Party, both of which are still going to protect the corporate interests. So this is so ironic that, like, corporations themselves do not have a problem with the restriction of voter access because they know that both parties are going to represent their best interests over the interests of the American population. And yet Republicans are like, oh, well, there's no other way that we can fucking win elections. So anytime someone tries to make it easier for people to vote, we're going to lose elections. So fuck that.
Hope you're having a good day, Hasan.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Tony, for the 10 gifted, and Quasi Corvine for the 5 gifted. Big ups. Are you planning to talk about the emergency Florida aquifer pollution situation? Maybe in a little bit. I am familiar with the issue. I've read into it a little bit, but I have not. I don't know. Yep. Donnie O'Sullivan got a fucking vaccine. Everyone's getting vaccines except for me because California is not fucking vaccinating motherfuckers. I just want... Please give me the gay autism. Like, I just want the Bill and Melinda Gates RFID chip directly inside of my asshole, okay? I don't want to go to a fucking red state to get the gay autism vaccine. I just want it here. I want to be super gay and super autistic, okay? That's all I want, please. So there's nothing wrong with either of those things, regardless of what conservatives think. Everyone 16 plus can get it here in Ohio. I know. It's a genuine advantage. It is a genuine fucking advantage living in a red state because most people don't want to fucking get vaccinated anyway. Just go to a pharmacy and get one. You can't. I need to wait 10 more fucking days. I wanted to get a Pfizer one too. I'm sure you can get it now. No, not until the 15th of April. Ladies and gentlemen, not until the 15th of April will I be able to get it. And that is, I will be able to, guys, you're doing a self-report. Like, I have restrictions. I don't have any fucking debilitating medical condition. I don't have a profession that is allowed to get a vaccine right now. I'm not in the age group. 50 plus is allowed in California right now. 50 and 16 plus is going to happen on the 15th of April. So I'm waiting for the 15th of April to go get a fucking vaccine. Okay? I don't want to fucking lie and be like, oh, I work in childcare, which is technically not a lie because I do fucking take care of children all goddamn day. You could have said you smoked, you test positive for nicotine metabolite. Yeah, not in California. That doesn't matter. Even asthma doesn't matter.
Final Four, probably best
like, even if you said, I have asthma, can I get a vaccine? You would not be able to get a vaccine right now. Your medical condition needs to be debilitating, like a serious medical condition. Only then What about your BMI? That's how I got it. Not in fucking California. Your BMI has to be 40 plus in the state of California. I am overweight. Being overweight does not qualify you for getting it. Microcephaly, like having a super tiny head, that doesn't qualify you for getting it, okay? You have to be like super obese in California to get it. Macro penis, macrophallus, a significant debilitating condition that I have personally, that people make fun of. It's fucking bullshit. Won't let me get it. It's just not enough, okay? That's not. I say I have microcephaly and macrophallus, and they're like, nope, you still can't get it. Check the poll. Have you gotten the vaccine yet? Oh, yeah, there's a new poll, boys. Vote on it. Have you gotten the new vaccine yet? There's a current poll running in the Twitch chat at the moment. Yes, first shot. Yes, second shot. Or I have not.
It's been a great 5 months. Also, Greg Abbott is a freak and the dude embarrasses our state on the reg.
Okay. So they're like upset that MLB is taking this decision. Why are they taking this decision? It's inconsequential. Don't talk about that. Don't get into that. Don't get involved in that. Just fucking say that it's bad, okay? It's bad that corporations are doing woke politics. Well, why are they doing woke politics? It's literally to force the Republican Party's hand to not limit people's opportunities to vote. That's it. You have to remember that. You have to recognize that. This conversation should not be exclusively revolving around like, oh, it's cancel culture. And the people that are trying to turn this into cancel culture are probably going to do it very successfully because corporations are not very popular, oftentimes. And that's it. Dude, all you need is the website link. Literally, it's so accessible from LA. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, you think I haven't gone on My Turn CA? Which, by the way, ironically, is a bullshit website. There's so many better websites that you could have been using. But you can't. I need to lie to be able to get it right now. It is easy to get if you lie. I don't want to lie to get it. I keep describing to you the situation. I do not want to lie to get the vaccine. I do not want to say that I have a serious fucking medical condition. And I don't want to say that I work in fucking childcare or some shit to be able to get the vaccine right now. I am waiting for the next 10 days so I can finally get the vaccine at the appropriate time. You literally are saying, why don't you just fucking lie and get a vaccine, forehead? Okay? That's it. That's what you're saying. Because right now, I do not have any sort of like significant medical condition that is going to allow me to get the vaccine.
Happy 8 months. Republicans want to segregate the MLB again.
My BMI is not 40 plus. If it was, I would have done it. I would have said I have a fucking 40 plus BMI. Is chronic malding not a comorbidity? Fucking is, dude. It should be. I do run a daycare technically, but it's online. It's a literal online daycare, so it doesn't count. Just say that you're fat. You just say that you're considered obese on the BMI scale. Getting the vaccine for the R word pass.
As Pog.
Oh, dude, stop, dude. Please. Jesus Christ. It's not a funny joke, okay? Isn't BMI just IQ for gym rats? No, BMI is, most gym rats will tell you it's a fucking outdated way to look at anything. Don't be overly horny for Pfizer. They're all good vaxes. Oh yeah, no, I know. The poll is done, by the way, and fucking the majority has not gotten the vax yet.
The Pfizer guys.
No. My mom and dad are good. They've already gotten their vaccines, or they're getting them.
Hold on.
You can literally call pharmacies and ask if they have leftover doses. A lot do for real. I know, brother. But the problem is, I literally live in. I live in a very populated area, and it's very fucking liberal. So a lot of motherfuckers are trying to get vaccinated. It's not happening. Like, that's not. What the fuck, Lolligans? Thank you for the 6 tier 1 gift subs. This is just not happening. Okay, it's just not happening. I don't want to talk about the Bessemer, Alabama unionization vote again, but
Senator Bernie Sanders, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. You've been heavily involved in the Amazon unionization attempt in Bessemer, Alabama, traveling there, speaking out in favor of the move. We're expecting a result from that vote, maybe as early as tomorrow. What will a yes vote mean, not just for Amazon and not just for labor unions in this country, but for American capitalism?
Well, as you know, Mehdi, Amazon is one of the largest corporations in the country. It is owned by the wealthiest individual in this nation, Jeff Bezos, worth $180 billion. And when I was down in Birmingham talking to the workers, what you heard is tales of incredibly bad working conditions, people who are disrespected, people whose concerns are not being heard, and they want a union to represent them. So obviously, if they win that union organizing drive, and I hope that they do, it will not.
You clowns are absolutely hilarious. You would tell Hasan to let an old woman die so he can get a vaccine when he's a healthy 30-year-old man. What the fuck is wrong with your children? I guess he's a daycare provider. Your chat is pathetic. The centrist normie. Dude, I think you have like a serious brain issue if you were taking it that seriously. Like
6 months and I just got my first vaccine.
You have like a serious problem if you legitimately think that that's like. You are not technically lying, but if you go to a vaccine center and cry without any reason, you might get one.
Glad to be here for my 3rd month. Today I got my first paycheck.
It has to be a fucking centrist, right? Like,
thank you for everything.
Dog, vaccines are getting thrown in the fucking trash and shit. Okay, it's not like every vaccine is like going to someone who wants to get vaccinated. So. There is like somewhat of a justification for people to be deceitful or deceiving and actually lie and get a vaccine. Like, ultimately, vaccinations are good. It's not a selfish thing to literally get a fucking vaccine. I just personally feel bad about it, so I'm not doing it, but.
"4 months, baby."
Anyway, let's keep going.
Not only be important for Amazon workers in Birmingham, I think it will spread all over this country to other Amazon warehouses, and I think it will be a shot in the arm for union organizing all across this country. It is no great secret that wages for workers have been stagnant for decades now. Rich are getting richer. Many workers are working longer hours for low wages. We got to grow the union movement. And if we are successful in Birmingham, I think it will have an impact on union organizing around the country.
Yes, I think that will be the case. Let's see what happens. You and Elizabeth Warren and other progressive lawmakers were the subject of trolling by an Amazon PR Twitter account last week. Apparently, it's been reported that Jeff Bezos himself was upset that company officials weren't defending Amazon enough from your criticisms. He's also refused your invitation to testify in front of the Senate. I wonder, how much do you think representative democracy in this country is threatened by the power of a single citizen who is worth $180 billion?
I think it's a serious problem. When we talk about income and wealth inequality, it's not just that two people, Bezos being one of them, own more wealth than the bottom 40% of the American people. That is wrong unto itself. But I think we forget the kind of power that these individuals have. Bezos.
At HasanAbi, thanks for making great content. Death to chuds.
Again, I refuse to believe that this is like a legitimate fucking juicer, and believe that this is just someone like portraying themselves as a juicer, or they're straight up 12 and probably should get a fucking site-wide ban. Motherfucker waited 10 minutes, the allotted 10 minutes, because I have a follower mode, like 10 minutes timing. Waited 10 minutes just so he could say "you're so soft," which is not the proper way to spell that. Okay. Go die, XQC's funny as fuck, and you are just soft. Go die, XQC's funny as fuck, and you are just softy.
Hi, Hasan.
Like, I guess maybe they're like, maybe they're like really young, I guess. I don't know. Dude, you're gonna grow up one day. It's gonna be fine. If this is like a serious position that you hold, you know, we'll keep you in the chat. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two about, you know, the importance of fucking unionization or something. Okay.
Bezos owns the Washington Post. You have large corporations who have thousands of lobbyists all over Washington, D.C., former leaders of the Democratic and Republican Party. They make incredible campaign contributions. So when we talk about the need to create a vibrant democracy, it means taking on income and wealth inequality, bringing power back to ordinary people through campaign finance reform, through ending gerrymandering, to ending the suppression of voters.
Dude, ban that fuck?
But it is a big issue. It is a very big issue in terms of the power of the few.
Yes. And yet, President Joe Biden, while he's admirably proposing an increase in corporate and income tax rates, is refusing to consider a wealth tax on billionaires like Bezos. Why do you think that is? And have you spoken to him about it?
Good question, Matthew.
Well, I've spoken to the White House, and they are more than familiar with my views on the need to address income and wealth inequality. And I think one of the ways that you do that is, simply speaking, a wealth tax. When you have somebody like Bezos worth $180 billion, when you have the Walton family worth even more than that, one way you raise income for the government and you deal with this terrible inequality is through a wealth tax. Now, by the way, my Republican colleagues want to make a bad situation worse. Unbelievably, they want to repeal the estate tax in.
As I've said before, the abolishing the estate tax is fucking ridiculous. It's literally insane. Okay, it already targets like such a fucking small fraction of the American population. It blows my fucking mind that like dumbasses literally advocate for it on the ground. Like, oh yeah, brother, I don't want my fucking Toyota Corolla to not go to my child when I die. It's like, bitch, you're poor as fuck. Shut the fuck up, okay? You poor bitch. You're gonna fucking die, and the only thing you're gonna leave behind for your fucking children is your goddamn loans that you took out to go to fucking college, which then you dropped out inevitably, and now you have crippling debt for the rest of your life that is literally transferring on to your fucking next of kin. So shut the fuck up. You are not going to, the government is not coming for your fucking Toyota Corolla, okay? It's motherfuckers making like $5 million or have more than $5 million to $10 million in net worth or not net worth, in wealth overall, okay? It's a fraction of the country, okay?
Hassle.
No one is trying to take your beat up F-150. Anyway. The exemption is now 11 million. Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. All right. It's just another way that like wealthy people have been able to wealthy people have been able to literally fucking game the system and make it seem as though you're getting fucked over when you're certainly not. It's really annoying. The second part of the Joe Biden proposal is that in order to pay for some of these proposals over the course of 12 years, even though the proposal in his infrastructure bill is implemented through 8 years, which is already long of a fucking window of time, which means 2 administrations, potentially 3, it's going to pay for itself in 12 years, which is 3 administrations, through tax hikes on corporations. Now, the issue is those tax hikes do not even go back and revert to the corporate tax rate that was there 3 fucking years ago. And I find it deeply frustrating that Republicans are like, oh no, I mean, and even Democrats are advocating, moderate Democrats are saying that the corporate tax hike is too much and it's bad for business. Motherfucker, corporations made an incredible amount of profits throughout this pandemic. You can pay for the taxes, okay? You should be able to pay for the taxes. Where is your sense of patriotism?
Entirely, yes. Which will give hundreds of billions of dollars in tax breaks to the top 0.1%. So I think this is the moment for progressive taxations, not only a wealth tax, but an increase in corporate taxes, to say that We cannot continue to have this kind of massive income and wealth inequality.
So on that note, a lot of people think this is a pretty progressive moment in American politics. Democrats in control of the White House and Congress, Joe Biden pushing through progressive legislation like the $2 trillion American Rescue Plan. We had part one of the infrastructure plan laid out this week, also worth around $2 trillion. But over 8 years, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and others in the climate movement think that's a good start, but it just isn't enough money to deal with the challenges we face, especially when spread out over 8 years. They're right, aren't they?
I think they are. I think one of the issues we have been focusing on is the crisis in affordable and low-income housing. And I think the Biden proposal is a serious effort to build the millions of units that we need to address that crisis. I don't think it goes far enough in terms of climate. The truth is, as everybody knows, the scientists tell us that we have a handful of years in front of us in order to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel, or we're going to face awful crises in terms of irreparable damage to our planet. So I would propose more, and when we do that, we can create millions of good-paying jobs.
So let's talk a bit more about that infrastructure plan. You want part two of the plan to include healthcare. You're proposing lowering the Medicare eligibility age from 65 to 60 or even 55. And I wonder, given your influence on the Biden administration, the LA Times recently called you a power broker, Senator. Do you think between now and 2024, you can get this president to not just support that age reduction, but also get on board with Medicare for all itself, with single payer? Is it possible for you to persuade him or pressure him into that?
Well, Mehdi, two things. In the immediate moment, I want to focus in the new reconciliation plan on not only physical infrastructure, roads and bridges and climate change.
Republicans are not against infrastructure, okay? They're just against anything that doesn't immediately mean infrastructure equals fossil fuel subsidies or some shit, okay? Infrastructure is bipartisan. It's popular. It is a necessity. It literally makes us more competitive in the global market. It makes it easier for trade routes to open up. You got to fix the fucking dams. We've talked about it. You got to fix public transportation. It makes everything better. It makes every single thing better in this country. Our infrastructure is the backbone of the U.S. economy. It was part of the reason why we were able to fucking own for a while, aside from imperialism and all the other stuff, obviously. Okay? The problem is Republicans want that to be divvied out to the states and have states literally cover the costs, okay, within their own budgets. That's not going to happen, brother. That's just not going to fucking happen. It is an idiotic thing to do. The federal government should be able to step in and absolutely has to step in a fuckload of these instances. It's bullshit. Like, it's completely bullshit that Republicans are taking a hardline stance against infrastructure bills, knowing full well how good it is for the actual businesses. So what are they doing? Okay, what are they doing? Well, what they're doing is saying this is the Green New Deal. Okay, this is secretly the Green New Deal, which there is some truth to. This is secretly the Green New Deal in some ways. It's like the lightest version of the Green New Deal that you could possibly put together, because there is some subsidies for renewable energy initiatives. There are some efforts to invest in R&D for renewables. There's some infrastructure that is going to be green. This is good. This is overall a good thing. It's nowhere near enough. It's nowhere near. It doesn't even meet the fucking entry point, for the record, as far as like renewable energies. There's no high-speed rail in it. You know, it's fucking personally annoying for me, but whatever. And yet they're still criticizing it, saying this is secretly the Green New Deal. And then there are other initiatives that revolve around, or at least are written specifically to target environmental justice. Okay, because to mitigate the damage that Black and brown communities have faced as a consequence of environmental racism. That is something that Republicans are going to use as a talking point to say, oh, you're just giving money to Flint, Michigan. Like, what about Pittsburgh? Like, bitch, dude, they're giving money to Pittsburgh as well. Okay, they're giving money to white neighborhoods as well that have been crippled. But it is something that they consider to be divisive and use as a talking point when the reality is they don't give a shit about Pittsburgh getting better pipes too. Motherfuckers are literally out here saying water pipes, is that infrastructure? It is so ridiculous, dude. Of course water pipes are a part of infrastructure. If water pipes are not a part of infrastructure, then nothing is infrastructure. Environmental racism is the negative consequences of climate change impacting black and brown and poorer neighborhoods disproportionately than other neighborhoods. That's what environmental racism is. It's when Flint gets destroyed, or not Flint, sorry. It's when Puerto Rico gets destroyed, for example, right? Why is Puerto Rico destroyed? Because they have a horrific infrastructure. Why do they have a horrific infrastructure? Well, because hedge funds have literally fucking robbed Puerto Rico for decades and have placed them under tremendous debt. Their entire infrastructure is crumbling and in a state of disrepair, and then fucking Hurricane Irma hits, and boom, everything is wiped out for months. That's environmental racism. The consequences of climate change are faced in way higher, in way more brutal ways in areas that have a larger population of black and brown people. Flint is also environmental racism in the sense that if you are living in a black neighborhood, a predominantly black neighborhood, the local government doesn't give a shit about you. The state doesn't give a shit about you. You're not going to get you're not going to get the support that is absolutely necessary that the government should provide to you, the base level of material equality the government should provide for you. You're not going to see that. And that's why you're going to get lead poisoned. Your children are going to fucking have like serious learning disabilities as a consequence of being lead poisoned at such a fucking early age. It's really horrible shit, okay? And it happens all the time. Yeah, and then the first black president will then come to your fucking neighborhood and drink a glass of bottled water in front of you while faking it as though it's like literally tap water. And that's what's that's environmental racism, okay? That's what that is. Do you think lack of efforts to rebuild in Houston after the hurricane is an environmental racism? I mean, Katrina, New Orleans. If you look to black neighborhoods in New Orleans, you will see that there are still straight up buildings that have been destroyed during Katrina, motherfucker, that they never rebuilt. Katrina. Okay? Obama has been president since Katrina happened. Like, George W. Bush was president, Katrina happened, Obama became president. It's 2005. That's crazy. Because people do not give a single fuck about poor people and specifically black people that have been kept poor for a very long time as a consequence of systemic racism. Okay?
But on human infrastructure as well. And that means addressing the crisis in education. So many of our young people cannot afford to go to college.
The last thing I was going to say about environmental racism is, okay, so oil fracking, right? Oil fracking has long-lasting environmental consequences, especially when you fucking leak the fracking cum into natural water supplies. This is part of the reason why oil barons themselves in the state of Texas will do everything in their fucking power to stop oil wells from being produced in their own backyards because, hey, what the fuck are you doing? I'm from Texas, motherfucker. You don't put a fucking oil well in my backyard. I put an oil well in your backyard. So where do they put the oil wells? Where do they put the fracking towers or wells or whatever the fuck? They put it in black and brown neighborhoods. And then those kids end up getting fucking cancer, okay? That's environmental racism as well. It happens in LA. It happens all around the world. It happens all around America. But the problem is, whenever people talk about racism or race, everyone immediately turns around and starts drawing battle lines. Like, well, what about white people? It's important to address the problems of all Americans, okay? I have never, ever made an argument to say, like, fuck white people. fuck poor white people. Their problems don't fucking matter. That's why I even think communicating the needs of American working class as American working class that is diverse, black, brown, yellow, white, whatever. Okay. I think that communicating it in that regard is better overall. Green. Yeah, green as well. Okay. Fuchsia, turquoise, every color of the spectrum. Okay. Communicating the orange, communicating the interests of all Americans is the best way to go about it. I think that a problem that Democrats engage in is just being like, we are only going to do this we are earmarking a specific amount of money just for black people. That shit triggers the fuck out of Republicans. It is a super easy way. It is a super duper easy way to just be like, yep, fuck them. They don't give a fuck about white people, and agitate the anxieties that working class whites feel, that instead of communicating to them that like, no, this shit helps you too, motherfucker. Like, it literally helps you. So focusing on these issues, admitting and understanding that there is a historic reason as to why black people and brown people and their communities are going to get more money earmarked for them, while simultaneously saying like, this is a problem that impacts poor neighborhoods all the fucking time, which is precisely why we care about all of the neighborhoods that are in a state of disrepair, not just black and brown ones. But here's why we're earmarking a certain amount specifically to hyper focus on these communities, is the best way to go about it, and not just literally being like, this is how we're defeating racism by giving black neighborhoods all of the infrastructure or whatever, which is what Joe Biden communicated. Like the way he talked about it was in an effort to straight up make this a program that liberals are going to be on board with. He just kept saying he just kept talking about the social justice component of this. Okay? They say they're giving black neighborhoods money and don't do it anyways, LMAO. That's the other part of it, is that like, the best way to win back the white working class is to disregard their infrastructure needs? Yes, absolutely. Oh, Nate Cohn has written about how the Georgia election law restricting on voting are unlikely to discernibly affect turnout or the result. He wrote specifically both sides are being kind of crazy about this type piece in the New York Times. Finally, Nate Cohn is canceled in my eyes, by the way. I was expecting this. I was wondering when it was going to happen.
College, higher education, so many of young people leaving school deeply in debt. Those are issues we've got to deal with. But in terms of the needs of seniors and older workers, what we have got to do immediately is expand Medicare to cover dental care, to cover hearing aids, to cover eyeglasses. These are health care issues that impact millions of older people who cannot afford these basic services. Now, to answer your question, I believe that the current healthcare system based on private insurance and employer-based healthcare is dysfunctional. Yeah. We spend twice as much per capita as any other country. 90 million are uninsured or underinsured. Do I believe we got to go to Medicare for all? Absolutely. That is not at this moment the president.
Bro, how is he so fucking vibrant? He's literally like 700,000 years old, dude. Like, how? How is he so fucking, like, youthful?
That's view. But we got a strong grassroots movement that is going to do everything that we can to make sure this president moves in the direction of understanding that healthcare is a human right, not simply an employer-based benefit.
You mentioned the grassroots movement. A lot of frustrated progressives, especially online, and you know this, often ask, why can't you, Bernie Sanders, use the leverage that Joe Manchin often uses to get his own way on issues like the $15 minimum wage or expanding healthcare? Why can't you throw your weight around, they say, threaten to vote against things like Joe Manchin?
That's a good question. Dude, Manny does really good. He does do really good fucking interviews.
Look at the results. First of all, if you look at the results of what happened, look, I'm not the president,
good shit.
But I think what most people would tell you is what we did in the rescue plan was the most significant piece of legislation for working class people in the modern history of this country. And we're moving forward in a similar direction. We can't get everything we want. That's simply the reality. Any one person can say no. But right now, I think we are moving forward. We're going to push it as hard as we possibly can. And I'm proud of the direction in which we are moving.
And just on Joe Manchin, you say you support getting rid of the filibuster, but Senator Joe Manchin has said he won't agree to that. He doesn't back a $15 minimum wage increase. He doesn't back the 28% corporate tax rate that's proposed. When you were running for president, you said you would go to West Virginia and rally working people there against Senator Manchin, pressure him to do the right thing. Hold on. Let me just ask the question. Let me just ask the question, Senator. Do you think President Biden should pressure Joe Manchin in the way you said you would, or will that just make him defect to the Republican Party, some people say?
First of all, talk to Joe Manchin.
Again, dude, what the fuck? Yo, I originally thought like Manny was being a little bit of a lib when he was, you know, before he got the fucking MSNBC position. But goddamn, dude, he is like, he does a good fucking job. Like, what he's doing, this is a great question to ask Bernie Sanders. It is a contentious conversation. And it's actually fucking good. Like, this is a solid ass question. Respect. Straight up.
But second of all, there is a lot of work being done internally in terms of bringing the Democratic caucus together. Once again, we passed the most significant piece of emergency legislation, which, among other things, will cut childhood poverty in half. I expect that the second reconciliation bill...
Kamala went on West Virginia local TV. Yeah, she did a good job with that. And then they fucking literally, they straight up fucking dialed it back after... I mean, they had way more that they could do. They had way more that they could do with the Senate parliamentarians' decision. And instead of actually fucking going along or instead of actually following through on the promises that they had made on the campaign to the American people, recognizing how popular it is, and consistently applying pressure to all of the naysayers within their own ranks, they chose to lay the blame. They chose to lay the blame on the Senate parliamentarian, and it's not fucking good.
Will be very profound in creating millions of good-paying jobs. And by the way, I'm going to do everything that I can, along with others, in making sure that we do pass that $15 an hour minimum wage.
Understood.
As well
but
as
you support internal pressure, but you support internal pressure on Joe Manchin, not publicly going to West Virginia and calling him out, as you said.
Well, I think there are a variety. I have no problem with going to West Virginia, but I think we need a grassroots movement that makes it clear to Joe Manchin and everybody else in the United States Senate, including Republicans, that the progressive agenda is what the American people want. They want to raise that minimum wage to $15 an hour. They believe that health care is a human right, should be universal. They demand that the rich stop paying their...
What? You're a weirdo for real? Your actions... Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? I thought this motherfucker was talking about politics.
Fair share of taxes. These are not my...
I was like...
my ideas. This is what the American people want right now. And our job is to rally the American people in every state in this country to make sure that the government starts working for the working class of this country, not just the 1%.
And on that passionate note, we'll have to leave it there. Senator Bernie Sanders, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
That was pretty good. Can't the White House just replace the parliamentarian? Yes, they could have fucking fired the parliamentarian and then rehired one that would cooperate. They could have fucking overruled the parliamentarian or overruled the Senate parliamentarian's decision. Kamala Harris could have literally done that. It's just, as I said, it's just ridiculous shit. Like they totally use the Senate parliamentarian to say, oh God, it's not actually just Joe Manchin's fault. It's like, we just simply can't do this. It's fucking bullshit. Republicans have in the past like fired parliamentarians. I think it was during the Iraq War for not going along with their agenda. I think Trump threatened to fire the Senate parliamentarian as well. It's so stupid. There's nothing that prevents Republicans from going along with whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay, so we got the national debt and why so many QAnon believers are evangelical Christians. Let's get into the fucking react portion, boys. Hasan, what is Dinah with 500 teeth? I'm afraid it's something bad. What? Dinah with 500 teeth? Again, not true. What is that? Yeah, let's put more money that we don't have a brainless plan figured out by Joe Biden. How much money does AOC and Bernie want to take from our $28 trillion of debt towards that? Republicans aren't in favor of limiting voting for eligible voters. They believe that a person who isn't a citizen should not be able to vote. Okay, then why don't they want people to vote on Sundays then? You're wrong. They literally don't want people to go out and fucking vote. That's why they don't want they don't want people to vote on Sundays. Ah, yes, the man who targets the 1% who himself is a part of the top 8%. Hypocritical. Learn how to fucking spell hypocritical. Also, you sound really jealous that I make more money than your dad. Turns out maybe capitalism does not reward meritocracy. If a lazy motherfucker like me can do that, fuck you. Bernie's a part of that range. Exactly. Again, turns out fucking jealous. You know, maybe find a different method of arguing. 3 homes and a couple $1 million in the bank. Again, socialism does not mean you can't have a fucking home or an apartment in fucking DC if you're a senator. Suck my dick. If you're so worried about his wood cabin, then, you know, it almost seems like you want there to be restrictions on personal property, which is not even something that fucking communists argue for. You are literally more agitated than actual fucking commies who still believe that you can have fucking 3 homes if it's your personal property. Yeah, let's put more money that we don't have into brainless plan figured out by Joe Biden. Motherfucker doesn't know how to spell hypocritical, but is saying that Joe Biden, who is not really writing the plans himself, but like all of these DNC operatives are all brainless, or all these legislators are brainless, and the lobbyists are fucking brainless. They're demons. They're not brainless. How much money does AOC and Bernie want to take out of our $28 trillion in debt towards that? Ironic that you say that as a conservative, considering the fact that the debt or the deficit was significantly fucking widened under Donald Trump. And I didn't hear a lot of Republicans shitting about that at all. I did not see a single fucking, I did not hear a single thing about George W. Bush's endless wars, $6 trillion dumped in and lit on fucking fire. I did not hear that $4 trillion in deficit spending that would create tax cuts for the wealthy and corporations. I did not hear a single thing from Republicans about the deficit then. It's only the deficit when it comes to literally building roads, which will unironically pay for itself in the long run because our economy will be stronger as a consequence of that, more competitive with respect to the rest of the world. But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? I am not a random Twitch chatter, so... Rehabilitation is good. Everyone deserves a second chance, no matter what crime or offense. Except for Penna. He literally got into drama with Hasan that one time. I fucking hate him. I don't know what this is in regards to. I'm going to be honest with you. Boogaloos with long guns are demonstrating outside of what happens to be a police station in Michigan. It's pretty insane that it's legal anywhere in the country to open carry long guns like this. This is what the Boogaloo boys are doing. This is what they've been up to. Let's take a look before we get to the John Oliver shit.
This is a peaceful community. I've been telling people all day. We don't need this. We've been through a pandemic. We've lost thousands. Get your fucking guns out of here, man. These are still killing people. Is it okay for them to kill people with guns? No, it's not. Then that's why we're either, you guys. We're not killing anyone. I've never raised. You are not the police. You're a militia. You're not citizens. No. The law is they are in charge, not you. No. Get the fuck out of our town.
How do you cope with living in LA amongst celebrities by their million-dollar mansions and backwards priorities like green juice? They're just mascots for unattainable and unethical wealth, LMAO. I don't really give a shit. I think that's really fucking dumb to like be upset that celebrities are wealthy when their wealth is significantly more ethical than every fucking dumbass executive that you probably your father lives in the vicinity of. Like, they fucking got unions. They're literally making money off their labor. They happen to have strong labor unions and are in a field that is like literally celebrating unique talent, whatever arbitrary metric you put on it, but it's like athletes. They got fucking unions, so they're able to get a larger share of the profits that they generate, and motherfuckers get mad. You know what I mean?
The people are in charge. No, you're not. Read the fucking law, man. Read the Constitution. I fucking read it, dude. I've lived it. I've lived it, man. I have
Motherfuckers live the Constitution.
done it. Every day. It wasn't for we're here for
I've lived the Constitution,
I don't
brother.
give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about your No, I know what I care about. I care about the children of this town. So do I. I don't want their own goddamn guns. Unless they're teaching them. Armed men.
I'm sorry, dude. Fucking bringing this shit to a demonstration immediately shows you as a fucking LARPer hog dipshit, okay? That's just it. There is no two ways about it. You love your fucking murder dildo. You love your murder dildo. You don't give a fuck. There is no, like, legitimate fucking reason. You're being a fucking asshole. You're being a dumbass. You just love your murder dildo, and that's it.
Those police put every child within gunshot range of that house at risk. Those police officers did that. Not Omar, not anyone else. Those police officers nearly killed plenty of innocent people for no reason. I never... Were you guys part of that thing in Washington? Washington? Oh, God, no. The Trumpers... Are you talking about that shit? No. Insurrection. I'm talking about...
I went to Northwest High School in Just Texas. There was fracking all around the school. My neighborhood across the street. My mom was a psychologist. She majored in a thesis on the effect of violence from fracking. I had multiple friends commit suicide. We had a week yearly at school called Fight Week. What the fuck? This guy is... Alright. This guy is like a hyper lib found in the wild here. Okay. Let's watch the National Debt, boys. Oh, wait. I forgot. This is the fucking...
Moving on. On main story dollars of debt.
Our debt's getting out of hand, brother. I did not give a shit when it was to make sure that the wealthy take a larger share of your profits that you generate for them. But now that it's about giving the poors, I don't know, fucking better pipes so they can actually drink water and shower without their faces melting off, then god damn it, I'm gonna tell you what. I tell you what, now I can't stop thinking about how big the goddamn deficit is. My oh my! You want fucking better roads? You want a goddamn bridge that you can ride over in your fucking truck without it collapsing in and of itself? Well, god dang it, what about the deficit? Fuck you.
This is about tyranny. History is screaming this warning.
Do people actually give a shit about the debt? No. Anyone who tells you about the deficit, unironically, as though they legitimately care about the deficit, I'm telling you, just laugh in their faces, okay? I'm sure that John Oliver will do a great job describing this. This is something that triggers the fuck out of me to no end. I've talked about it so many times. There is no such thing as a real deficit hawk. The only real deficit hawk is Democrats, okay? Some Democrats are actual deficit hawks, and they're fucking morons, okay? They're morons for being actual deficit hawks. I'm spoiling the video ahead of time. I pre-watch Andy, but it is fucking bullshit.
Made the minimum payment. Not long.
Yeah, the difference is you are larger than the fucking credit card company. You have all the guns, and the credit card company has none of the guns, or like relatively few guns. And the entire concept of money is completely guided and controlled by you in general. And it's all built upon the confidence that the rest of the world has, or your people have, on your money and how you're handling that money. Okay? So, no, in that situation, you could do whatever the fuck you want with the debt. You could literally fucking rack it up all the goddamn way.
Oh, Christmas.
Dude, I fucking hate Republicans so much, specifically for this. You understand? This is the worst part about Republicans in general. is that like their ads are such fucking dog shit, dude. Their ads are so bad. Like, motherfucker, they're not even trying to make a pitch to get you to legitimately care. If you're gonna do propaganda, make it better, dude.
I would like you to fix the debt so I can have a future.
You fucking nerd. Imagine little baby on Santa's lap being like, fix the deficit. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, you stupid fucking baby. Get the fuck out of my face. Ask for a fucking bike, dumbass. What's wrong with you? And punt the fucking kid.
I'm not saying he should be doing that. I'm saying
the irony is like asking Santa to fix the deficit when like Santa's literally the most fucking socialist you could be. I guess not necessarily. There's a capitalist explanation for Santa. You know, utilization of slave labor or child slave labor. Fucking private rich benefactor. Going around the government and like trying to literally fucking you know, pay people off with like personal private donations. You know what I mean? Except the elves are they like working for them, and they have a shared understanding. They also want to make these toys and want to make the children happy. So I guess it could be seen as both like a capitalist rich private philanthropist, or it could be seen as like a communist system. An elf cooperative.
saying you're not around a third of our debt. And while
yeah, I mean, being forced into labor you don't want to do is pretty communist. I knew some fucking idiot was gonna make that. I knew it. I thank you, 50-month subscriber for getting there before any of the fucking idiotic neoliberals in the audience. Okay.
yes, it is true. And while the debt is often talked about,
That's the real enemy, brother. Also, Japan. I mean, they all look the same, brother. They're China, Japan, and aren't they all the same? I thought Japan was an island off China. What the fuck?
as being something that we're running up with new spending. The truth, debt to build a family.
The funniest part, of course, is that these Republicans are supposed to understand the economy better, right? And it's like, if you understand the economy better, if you're like a business owner, then you should literally recognize that adding more capital so that you can improve your logistics, improve your fucking supply chain, or improve your infrastructure is literally a necessary part of growing a business. And yet Republicans are straight up like, we can't do that. We just can't do that. Like, they're such fucking idiotic, moronic babies, dude. Anyway, I know. They literally learns in Econ 101 in high school Republicans are scummy for this kind of propaganda. But it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. It does not matter. They don't need it. They know that if you're fucking stupid, then it's easier for you to be a Republican. They will literally bludgeon your fucking brain until your brain is just fucking smushed out in its entirety so that you can vote Republican. Okay, that's how it works. Your $300,000 car? Yes, everything I do in a video game world is for fun and for content. Shut the fuck up. That's why I took on $300,000 in debt to buy a fucking vehicle, which now costs me $2,000 every goddamn day. Anyway, by the way, top of the hour every hour, boys. It's time for a 60-second ad break coming to you right now. I do, in the real world, own a fucking 2010 Toyota Camry, so clearly I am way more careful with my money, or just don't really care about material shit in that respect in the real world than I do in the fucking video game world. But having said that, I have a contractual obligation, so I'm going to fucking run a ad right now, boys. Top of the hour every hour. It's a 6-second ad break. If you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Prime subscription a month. You can avoid the ads that way. Let's see those fucking primers in the chat. Here's the ad. Aaron, continuing the video.
Is that Reagan didn't, in fact.
John Oliver is now banned from Twitch. I don't know what to... I don't know what to say about this. Like, God, America's so whack, dude. Bro, our parents were so fucking whack. I just want to run that again. Like, this is what your fucking parents clap to. Like, they like this guy, okay? Your lib parents like this fucking shit, okay?
Don't spend more than you take in, right? It's like protecting your
Okay, of course, I mean, not your black parents. Your black parents are probably not too fond of Ronald Reagan for understandable and legitimate reasons. I meant white parents for the most part. They fucking love this shit.
You have to learn to say no.
So whack, dude.
Because as far
I'm glad that I literally had this conversation earlier, right before we got to this. This is great.
afterwards was not once.
China's gonna enslave us. Yo, Sarah Palin was such a fucking trailblazer. Holy shit, dude. I mean, seriously. John McCain, the honest Republican, like, dude, he fucking, his campaign unleashed this demon on us, okay? God damn, dude. The fucking appease the Tea Party psychos. Sarah Palin's so fucking hot. I know, we all agree. There is no reason to have that conversation, okay? If you like horse girls, you're going to think Sarah Palin is hot, no matter what. It's just something that, it just targets a frequency in your fucking brain. I just don't know how else to describe it. Damn, how much sugar you consume today? 0. These are all fucking 0. There's no sugar in this. Here, I mean, I've shown this a million times over. There's going to be the N-word here, but here, listen. In 1981, the legendary brutal campaign consultant Lee Atwater was working in Ronald Reagan's White House when he was interviewed by Alexander Lamis. You're going to, just N-word warning, you're going to hear it a lot. This is what he had to say about the welfare queen strategy. He also worked with Nixon. Just remember, when people tell you, like, I miss Ronald Reagan, he was so good. I miss Ronald Reagan, he was so good. He was not racist. Like, Donald Trump is so different. When liberals say dumb shit like that to you, just remind them that, like, no, this is the conservative movement. This has always been the conservative movement. You're going to hear the N-word a lot now. In this audio, made public for the first time ever, Atwater lays out how Republicans can win the vote of racists without sounding racist themselves.
Here's how I would approach that issue as a statistician or a political scientist, or no, as a psychologist, which I'm not, is how abstract you handle the race thing. In other words, you start out, and now y'all aren't quoting me on this. You start out in 1954 by saying nigger, nigger, nigger. By 1968, you can't say nigger. That hurts your backfire. So you say stuff like forced busing, states' rights, and all that stuff. And you're getting so abstract now, you're talking about cutting taxes, and all of these things you're talking about are totally economic things, and the byproduct of them is blacks get hurt worse than whites. And subconsciously, maybe that is part of it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying...
Bro, is literally not even a self-snitch. He's just describing what Republicans do. Like, because he doesn't give a shit. Like, he's just saying, like, oh, no. This is what we've done. This is what we're going to continue doing. And there's nothing you could do about it because motherfuckers are like, oh, no, that's not true. Like, they will hear this and go, that's not true. Oh, this was 40 years ago? Never mind. It was in 1981. Okay. And it doesn't matter because the Republican Party's strategy has not changed. Okay. Like, it's still fucking relevant. Because of, again, yes, I understand 1981 is 40 years. Yes, I fucking recognize how old I am. I can't believe that is literally fucking 40 years now. But it doesn't matter because it's still incredibly relevant because it's a functional and fundamental part of the Republican strategy still.
It is getting that abstract and that coded that we're doing away with the racial problem one way or the other. You follow me? Because obviously sitting around saying we want to cut taxes, we want to cut this, and we want is much more abstract than even the busing thing, and a hell of a lot more abstract than nigger, you know. So any way you look at it.
Yeah, he's literally describing the way the Republican Party's messaging strategy has shifted with the underlying intentions remaining the same, which is appealing to fucking racists and utilizing white anxiety and racial animosity in an effort to galvanize the white working class and make them feel some type of way about the existence of a black working class while literally getting as many votes as possible. He's saying it was available to do that. You could literally say it by just screaming the N-word in 1954. You can't do that anymore. And now you have to go further and further into more abstract ways of punishing black people and telling white people that you're going to punish black people.
Race is coming on the back burner.
That's it. I've said this time and time again, boys. If you want to find out what Republicans actually mean when they say shit, just fucking ask them. They will tell you, okay? They tell you all the fucking time. They tell you every goddamn day. You have to go, la, 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 la. I don't want to fucking hear it. Just to, you know, avoid the reality.
A lot of people have been a big mistake. Most experts agree.
It was a big mistake back then, too. People knew that it was a mistake back then. They just didn't give a shit because Republicans didn't give a shit. This is where John Oliver gets too much of a lib, okay? This is where John Oliver turns up the lib dial to a degree that is unfortunately too much. And what I mean by that is, it's the liberalism that fucking discontinues John Oliver's view on reality, okay? Nah, man, it was the economic consensus. No, the fuck it wasn't, dude. It was not. It's bullshit. There were people advocating for more spending in the economic recovery at the time. It does not matter. Anyway, they knew at the time as well. Mitch McConnell literally fucking said, it does not matter what their solutions are. Like, it does not matter what Democrats want to do to save the economy. I am going to make sure that Obama is a one-term president. Okay?
That the federal government 5% of income.
I wrote extensively at the time leading up to this tax cut that was coming in that corporations were going to, and they were literally openly talking about how they were going to utilize the tax cuts they're getting. In boardrooms, they would straight up talk about automation and how they're going to invest it back into stock buybacks and R&D research that will automate certain parts of like delivery systems, for example. That's what UPS and FedEx were talking about when they sent out a joint letter from their CEO saying, we normally compete with one another, but these tax cuts are really going to help the American economy because we are going to be able to create more jobs, while they were literally in the background figuring out different ways of UFC delivering packages to your fucking face. Exactly. Bossy dinosaur.
The Republican Party.
Bro, you literally advocated aggressively to inflate the debt. Shut the fuck up, you demon. I hate these motherfuckers so much. I forgot to give you guys a trigger warning. Trigger warning, Ted Cruz, okay? Sorry, you're going to see more Ted Cruz. Trigger warning.
And that is just flat out admitting.
Yeah, straight up. Just, it doesn't matter. Because, I'm sorry, guys. Republicans are too fucking stupid to care about this shit. And so are Democrats for the most part. Like, they literally just say it. Wait, someone said, why does Mulvaney look like a Nazi archaeologist? You're so spot on with that, dude. The only thing is missing is like literally the fucking evil villain mustache and beard. Oh my God, that's so good. Because he's got the tiny fucking cyclical frame glasses. That's why. That's so good. He looks like a Nazi archaeologist. Oh, that was really good. Good shit. He looks like the actor from Indiana Jones. He's the guy who threw Harrison Ford into the snake pit. Okay. So they don't give a shit. No one fucking cares. They care about like fucking the 3 trans girls not being able to fucking compete in high school track. As though that's going to bring about the end of times. They care about like fucking, like they care about fucking dumb shit. Like they care about I don't know, Starbucks not saying Merry Christmas anymore. Like these are the things that occupy the Republican mind. Okay, that's it. They don't give a fuck about the hypocrisy on deficits and things like that. That's why Republicans can get away with doing all the horrific, monstrous shit that they do all the time.
Even if you put all of that bad faith hypocrisy aside, we are still left with the key question: how much debt is the best way to measure?
For the record, I've never seen Indiana Jones. I've never watched it, nor have I ever seen like Raiders of the Lost Ark or anything. Which is why I think this was even funnier for me, because he literally does look like a Nazi archaeologist, aka this guy would literally be like, this was perfectly cast as a Nazi archaeologist. Like, perfectly cast. What the fuck is up with his hand? You're missing out. They're wicked fun. Okay.
Measure debt was to compare it to the gross finish.
Why the fuck are people still talking about Indiana Jones and like punching Nazis? Didn't he move on from that joke? Is he still making that joke?
But it's, may have noticed, become Greece. In fact, despite...
I wonder why the most powerful nation on the planet would not become Greece when they all of a sudden have a deficit. Or their debt inflates to that degree.
For true favorite kind of graphing.
I wonder what it would be though. I just let's think about it for a second. I wonder what it could be.
What is shocking?
Continuing now, and we have.
This is the fucking heart of the argument that is like pretty much that all of this shit is fake. And that is that we can do this because we are who we are. Other people can't, obviously. And it is locked up to the confidence and stability of the United States. It's just, it is what it is. We are no longer the gold standard. It is just that the American dollar is literally the built around America's strength, I guess. And that's why we can fucking get away with it. It's just monopoly money.
Way that they think about debt, thinking.
Okay, no, motherfuckers have been thinking about debt in this way for a long ass time. It's just that even other neolibs are finally coming to agree with this.
Very basic are smart financial decisions that more than.
I don't understand. The budget was more balanced when we had like nearly 90% top marginal tax rates, and yet for some weird despite insane amounts of spending at the time, by the way. So, someone please just explain this math to me. It just does not make sense that our deficit and our debt has inflated since our top marginal tax rates have gone down tremendously. What's going on here? How do we fix this, guys? I just don't understand.
Just second best investment I've ever made.
It's like the fucking meme, yeah, the $3,500 on candles meme. Like, oh, please, someone who understands accounting, help me budget this, please. Like, I just can't do it. I don't understand what's going on.
Of course, buying about us spending too much than spending too little.
That was pretty good.
And if the sky
literally all you need to do, which is the opposite of everything Republicans stand for.
The limit. What they are saying
to improve healthcare, so we can be.
Sounds like fucking communism to me, brother. I'm getting riled up seeing babies learning about being a doctor. I'm getting fucking riled up, brother. You mean to tell me my child's gonna be educated? Fuck that.
Healthier and more productive.
You can even use it to buy these pillows, which will become treasured.
I hate how fucking productive our labor force will become. I hate this.
P ratio isn't as.
The irony is that like Republicans actually use the correct argument for why they inflate, why they expand on the debt, right? They use the correct argument. They literally say, if we cut tax for the wealthy, our economy is going to grow. And our economy is going to grow because the wealthy people are going to then turn around and fucking hire more people. And, you know, we're going to get a lot more out of it in the long term. It is literally the opposite, though. It is straight up the opposite. It's the counter that they use against Democrats spending money. That is the actual fucking truth. If they flip their argument, that would be the reality, okay? If you spend money to make money by, making your infrastructure better, making your social safety nets better, improving your fucking labor force so it's more competitive in the international marketplace, these are the ways that you would actually be able to get a return on your fucking investment or your debt, okay? I wish Democrats would do that a little bit better, but they don't. Holy shit.
Reliable
grandchildren and great.
Have you ever heard of the broken window policy, dick brain? Yeah, I have. Government has a monopoly on infrastructure. Without it, the market force would arise. This is beneficial and in our best interest to have good infrastructure. Dominoes filling potholes. There's no point in this market force arising now because it's not profitable with the government stranglehold on it. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. We got a fucking lolbertarian, boys. Fucking lolbertarianism, dude. Yeah, no, you're totally right, dude. You're totally right. Making sure that Domino's fills potholes is a way to fucking eradicate or eliminate the government in its entirety. Why the fuck would Domino's want to take on the additional burden of fucking building roads, you stupid motherfucker? You have no explanation for roads. You have no explanation for infrastructure spending. You are literally asking money to have created somehow out of nowhere for ISPs to literally build the infrastructure themselves. Okay? And therefore, straight up turn into an automatic monopoly. There are so many industries that are prone to become natural monopolies. There are natural monopolies that exist. How the fuck do you deal with that? How do you deal with the interest that every fucking corporation has in literally becoming a monopoly? You don't. How do you fucking abide by the contracts that you put together? If you care about private property, how the fuck are you going to say this is my private property, you can't step on it? Are you always going to have to shoot everybody? Like, is that what you think you're going to be able to do? The funniest thing about libertarians is this, okay? They fancy themselves to be the Jeff Bezos in a future lolbertarian paradise. When in fact, you know what's going to happen? You and your father are going to be my Twitch slaves, okay? You and your entire family, I am going to purchase and make into Soylent, okay? If you haven't gotten to that point yet, you are not getting there, motherfucker. So maybe instead of advocating for a future where you are literally a fucking slave, advocate for a future where you have material equality brought about by government spending, social safety nets that are robust. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Everyone always just thinks like, oh yeah, if you unshackle and unrestrict the burdens that the government places upon corporations, like I'm gonna be the owner of Coca-Cola. Like, no, you're not, dude. You're not. You are literally already a fucking slave, and you're gonna be even more of a slave in the future. There is going to be a literal contract for your babies. Yeah, the other beautiful part about moronic, libertarians think they're player one, but they're all NPCs. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. In Soviet Russia, defenders of socialism would ask, but who will make the shoes? What? Wait, oh, so you're fine with being a slave. Okay, got it. Okay, never mind. You're going to make the shoes. All right. Yeah, I got it. Like, motherfuckers straight up admit the cruelty that currently exists under a capitalist organization of the economy when they say shit like this, okay? When you say stuff like who's going to clean the toilets or who's going to fucking, make the shoes, you're basically recognizing that people only do those things that are unfulfilling because they are fearful for their lives, because the government doesn't provide for them, so they have to literally do the bullshit fucking work that they do not want to do, that is unfulfilling, and be a cog in the fucking machine so they can put a roof over their goddamn heads. My argument has always been, make it fulfilling. Making shoes on the fucking factory line is not a motherfucking fulfilling thing to do. It would only be fulfilling if you had equity or like a legitimate say in what kind of fucking shoes that you're making. That's it. Okay? People will work things that they do not want to do and do things that normally they would not want to do if they no longer have alienation from their labor, if they have a way to decide what happens in the factory line, if they have a way to make decisions over their own lives in their fucking day-to-day work, they will subject themselves into conditions that are not so fulfilling, as long as there is a fucking balance, okay? Most of that shit is supposed to be Most of that shit is supposed to be automated in the future regardless. It's very unrealistic, though. Mass production would be impossible. No, the fuck it would not. It literally happens right now. There are cooperative corporations that operate with this way. There's no such thing as fulfilling work for me. Yes, there is. Yes, there literally is. We all get to be YouTubers and Twitch streamers because that's all we enjoy doing. If that's what you want to fucking enjoy doing, you can try your hand at that, okay? Hey, but he called you dick brains, so technically you're rolled. Like, everyone always says this shit, but the reason why you like being a fucking... The reason why I like being a Twitch streamer, or the reason why I put in 12 hours, 14 hours, 13 hours of work every fucking day, and it consumes my entire life, and it makes me push my fucking friends and family away, specifically, is because I have no fucking alienation, or very limited alienation from my labor, in comparison to someone like yourself, who has to do a fucking shitty office job, okay? And you hate your life, and you have no control over your own life, and you spend 80% of your fucking life within an authoritarian structure. The reason why I can put in the goddamn work and do this shit is because I love it, okay? I personally love it, and I have most of the freedom and most of the control. In the end of the day, I could literally just be like, fuck this, I don't want to work today, and I would not work that day. You understand what I'm saying? I have some obligations to Amazon, and that is, you know, a thing that I need to do. But that could be for you as well. Do you understand? You could recognize that a business has to have certain things happen. What? You mentioned corporations like Amazon and Coca-Cola, but in a free market, big corps can exist. They exist now. Really? In a free market, big corporations can exist. Really? The government regulation is what created Amazon. So explain to me this then. If you like Ronald Reagan so much as a libertarian, explain to me why deregulation in the airline industry caused oligopolies to create. If deregulation caused more competition, then why do we have 1/10, if not like 1/50th, the number of airliners now than we did in pre-Reagan era? Also, explain to me the other the counter argument to, I don't know, the steel industry or the Hollywood motion picture industry and what they were doing you know, antitrust acts that were created as a consequence of that. How did that happen? Is that not government regulation? Is that not government interference? Are you against that? Do you want oil barons and fucking steel barons to, you know, enslave you? Gish galloping. That's not gish galloping, you fucking idiot. Yeah, let me just go. That's why it's so fucking idiotic when people say, like, imagine you want to... I can't believe you're working for Amazon as a Twitch streamer. They're so unethical. Yeah, let me just start my own fucking web hosting service, dumbass. And then like literally fucking create my own website instead. Okay, there it is. You have the resources. Yes, dude. You have demonstrated your profound understanding of how businesses fucking operate. Once again, thank you to all the capitalism lovers. Capitalism lovers be like, I get business, bro. I'm businessman, bro. I'm not a businessman, bro. I'm a business, bro. And it's like, no, you're not. You literally do not understand a single fucking thing. I'm sorry. You just don't. This dumb fucking socialist himbo has a better fucking grasp on how to do this shit than you do. You are literally fucking demonstrating your lack of knowledge in this specific field when you say idiotic things like that. Thank you, Cash App, for the, what the fuck? 69 gifted subs. Holy shit. Okay. Masayoshi just receives a DMCA strike from someone who stole his emote, which is fucking insane. Dude. Fucking insane, dude. The user stole and uploaded my emote art to their channel. I received a false DMCA strike claiming that I'm the one who stole the art. I think the user may have deleted them, But I still have a strike, would appreciate some help on this ASAP. Yup. Fucking bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna speed run through this. Shoot. At least when like at least when fucking stupid lefties say shit like, why don't you start your own web hosting service that's more ethical? Like they're lefties. Like the stereotype is that they don't fucking understand how businesses work. But when capitalists say that shit, when capitalism defenders say that shit, I'm like, dude, you're supposed to literally understand how this works. Shoot. What? In Scotland, because the government's taking the rail service back into public, people complain that it's terrible for years under privatization. The service has been so bad. Yeah. Okay. Best way to introduce yourself to a girl according to NMP law.
So just for the future here, can we avoid words like you or no? Can we avoid? Just kidding. But seriously, we should try to stay away from words like that. So just for the future here, can we avoid words like you or no? Can we avoid?
I didn't even hear that at first. Holy shit. Nick asked Maya if she likes anime. This wipe swap thing is so fucking smart.
I don't know.
Are you using this?
I don't have a penis.
What?
Someone said that.
Dude, I'm just saying, if you did.
I think you used that for the raw meat.
What the fuck, Nick? What are you?
That's why I didn't use it.
But if you did.
If you did, that'd be poggers.
I think that'd be great.
What?
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 PogO Polom.
Anime?
No.
Dono comes in with the perfect timing. Oh,
so what
God.
do you want me to do?
This is great, dude. They are great. Maya looks really good with her short hair, by the way.
Something?
Like, some people can't pull that shit off. She is fucking nailing it. Good shit.
No, you can sit there and be beautiful. You're doing great already.
Okay, I'm gonna make something.
She looks like my doctor now.
I maybe make like a... So what do you want me to do? You want me to make something?
I mean, her hairline is better than mine, too. She does. Her face is a pretty dude. Okay, guys, don't. This is not an opportunity. This is not an opportunity for you to fucking start saying weird shit. Taking pro players' reasoning for refusing to go to the tournament. I don't really care about this. Cops after X got banned. Oh, my God. Wait, is there another fucking lyric on why you need strict cops in RP? I got some takes on that, too.
We can just talk on radio. We don't have to hear any of the criminals. They can't defend themselves. We can just throw them in jail. Fuck them. Not wrong. How are you gonna read them their rights? On a piece of paper. Fuck their rights. Drop a piece of paper.
Put a gun in their faces?
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Nice.
This wasn't because of the ban? Oh, yeah. So, that's what I was going to say. Like, so I was thinking about what Summit said yesterday about how, like, you know, if cops want to fuck you, they can literally fucking stop you from doing anything for like 2 hours. You know what I mean? They can literally stop you from doing anything for 2 hours. And that is fucked up. Like, some cops will take it too far and they will abuse their powers to a degree, right? But part of the reason why cops are obviously supposed to be fucking strict, and some cops are supposed to be strict, is so that there is a fear that you have and that there is a problem with literally fucking doing crime. If what happens every time you fucking do crime was... if what happened every time you did crime was just like, oh, a slap on the fucking wrist, like, oh, okay, here, go ahead, you know, 2 minutes in prison, here's your gun back, that sort of shit, like, that literally doesn't make any sense. Then you have no fear of fucking being jailed. That's so dumb. Then it's not fun. That's why the crime is so fucking thrilling. That's why you want a fucking police chase, so that you can literally have, like, consequences for the actions. You're saying the same argument that put blacks in jail in the U.S.? Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Guys, I'm talking about role play, dude. I'm talking about role play, brother. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Oh God. Oh, just like people with zero fucking awareness, people who like have zero fucking awareness, just assuming that motherfucker said blacks. Actually, he's probably baiting. Politics, frogs, lurking still, of course. Lyric on why you need strict cops in RP.
Since like the beginning of fucking time in RP, if there's not a good cop force, the RP sucks balls. Back in the day.
That is precisely what my point was last night as well. What I was trying to say is, if you fucking beef up, if you literally fucking burn out all the cops by fucking shitlording them permanently over and over again, you're not going to have cops. And if you don't have cops, it's going to fucking suck ass, because then there is no reason. There's no reason to do crime without fucking cops. You went mauled and called you virtue signaling after he reacted to his clip of telling the cop to kill himself? Yes, I was virtue signaling by fucking cringing, dude. That's what I was doing. My cringe was virtue signaling. You fucking got me. Oh my God. Anyway, where was I? The problem is that the cops are always having power trips and it annoys me. No. There are cops that might take it too far. I don't know what the exact fucking line is. I've gotten fucking I've gotten actually out of character upset at cops in the past. I've gotten actually OOC mad at cops in the past when I was playing. I try not to bring that back to them. Bass? No, I've never been fucking mad at Bass. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, is politics time? No RP drama yet? It's time for whatever I want it to be, okay? What do you think you have fucking ownership over me? Like, get the fuck out of here. Take a week off, bitch. This is what I mean when I say I lack alienation from my labor that most of you have. One of the things I can do is I have a bunch of little mini bosses, okay? You guys are all a bunch of little mini bosses for me. You pay approximately, as according to our calculations with respect to how many hours I streamed last year, you pay me 2 cents an hour. So some of you are good little mini bosses. Some of you are bad little mini bosses. And the bad little mini bosses I can just fucking purge. Okay? And that is fucking awesome. It's very, very rewarding. I kind of like the idea of cops getting a cut of the bank robbery if they catch the crimes. Penta is known to just ignore bank robberies because he has the chase aspect of it. I don't like that at all. I don't know if I like that. Because then I feel like they're just not going to they're not going to go after pings in other things, and they're just going to like go overboard aggressively. And what is this? Dude, stop sending me the XQC reacting to my reaction take. I don't care. I don't think my expectations are that aggressive. Okay? I don't think my expectations are ridiculous. And the irony is like there's no winning in these situations. There's no winning in these situations. Idea. Oh, I don't know anything about the cop side.
Do you guys know who is the chief of police right now?
Oh yeah, it's fucking Immortal HD,
I would
right?
invite you to my podcast, Smile.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't know what his fucking like a new name is. All right, I don't know. It's like, is it Alex? Is it V? Is it? I don't know what his like actual character's name is. I just know him as V.
Guys, I went 30 minutes longer in the stream because I felt like you guys deserve for me to stay here longer. But every hour that I'm awake is painfully excruciating when you send me clips like this.
Does he actually get mad at that? Or is he just fucking around?
He dead named you? Don't call it a... Don't say dead named.
Oh, he's not.
Guys.
He's fucking around. Okay, good.
It's what the fuck?
Okay, good. Because I really like him a lot. I think he's hilarious.
It's not like I went through a fucking transition and that's my dead name. Hello? That's not on the same fucking level. Dead named?
Idea. I like him a lot, dude. I think he's fucking hilarious. The cops in the GTRP are literally community members, community policing. I think cops checking every red light that you go through is not good RP either. Neither fun for everyone else. Other than that, cops are essential. Yeah, I think there needs to be a balance on that too. You feel me? Like there needs to be a fucking balance on that shit. Like it can't just be like cops like fucking literally destroying you every time.
2 RP, it was way more fun because of the cops. You need, and if the cops are more strict and cooler, you feel the consequences stronger. Like you feel like your heartbeat fucking pounds faster. If it's fucking dumbass, like 2 cops who don't fully give a shit and they're like, oh, whatever, haha, it's not as fun. If they take it more serious, you feel the authority. The authority is what makes you rethink or make your fucking hand shake. But that's the beauty of fucking RP, you know? Since like the...
Dude, 100%, dude. 100%. Getting a dub feels great, but getting a dub feels so much better when the stakes are fucking high. Okay? That's it. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. Maybe some people disagree with that, okay. But like Summit doesn't fucking disagree with that. Even people who like literally ardently defended, aggressively defended XQC don't disagree with that, because most people that defended XQC literally still spent 2 hours almost talking about how important it is for cops to fucking there to be more cops and there to be more fucking shit going on. Burning you? What is this? Burn cuts deep?
To you, right?
You know the thing called GTA roleplay that Hasan's been doing, and you guys just want him to watch 90 Day Fiance instead and do react streams? Well, instead he's getting cum stacking and freaking GTA 24/7, pulling almost as insane hours as XQC, only to get a constant W and disconnect every time he does a bank robbery and wreck his car and have to pay $5,000 in repair fees, only to go round and round in circles and hear Buddha go, "Come on, let's go, man. Let me borrow your car, man." And then, you know, then he loses his car, has to track his car, find his car again. He's like, "Yo, boys, check out my car." It's like Asmongold getting a new item in World of Warcraft. That's Hasan with his car, and every time he refines his car, he's like, "There it is, dude. There it fucking is, dude." And it's just every single day, and people eat it up, man.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? Why is he just fucking undressing me like this, dude? This is bullshit. The truth hurts. The truth fucking hurts, dude. I mean, are the stakes really high? Going in jail in RP feels like a joke. They are. They're high when you're fucking losing money, and they're high when you're like literally sitting in jail. You're fucked. Especially if you're a one character Andy like me, you're fucked. What am I gonna do? Create a new fucking character while I'm like sitting in jail? No, I'm fucked. I have to literally sit there and make milkshakes, and then even after that, if I don't have my fucking phone because the cops took my phone away, I have no way of like literally getting back. You're basically... The reason why Dumbass X hyper-focused on you today was because he was so offended you would accuse him of OOC wishing death on someone. He doesn't get what you meant. It's not even just like fucking this man hella watches you. Yeah, it's not just like him fucking saying like die or whatever. It's just like losing control and getting upset. I said this yesterday.
Cut so close to the bone for these poor Hasan fans.
That
like the bitch stuff, like it was like fucking super childish, but the consequences of it go way beyond, way beyond the immediate gratification that he may or may not be feeling from expressing his anger. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, he said you were just virtue signaling or something. Yeah, of course I'm virtue signaling. I'm signaling the fucking virtue. Yeah, I am. I am virtue signaling, okay? I'm signaling the virtue that you should be nice to people. That's it. That's literally it. That's the virtue. Recognize the people that you're fucking dealing with as peers who are literally working, okay? And try to create positive experiences for them rather than fucking hell for them. That's it. That is the virtue that I am signaling, okay? I think that is a virtuous thing to do. Juices would call you a pussy for having that virtue? Yes, because people are fucking really selfish when they're younger, okay? And they fucking grow out of it. Or some people don't grow out of it, and then they suck, and no one is their friend, okay? That's shitty. This is why X gets mad at you. Hey, XQ Cow, Hasan trashed you hard on that podcast. Check his VOD. Hasan backstabbed you very hard yesterday. It was disgusting to see. He didn't even know the facts. He trashed you hard. He backstabbed you so hard. True, you're my second streamer after XQ. I'll watch you until and after XQ streams. Like, the thing is, dude, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I get shit on a lot from my own community constantly. Why is he only targeting you? Because I'm one of the few people that fucking still is consistently criticizing him, even though he did get fucking flamed by cops a little bit. Like, he certainly got some over the top punishments for the things that he was doing in the game, and because they felt like there was no other, probably felt like there was no other way to fucking deal with it. You said you virtue signaled in regard to the heated gamer moment? What? No, dude, it's a fucking collection of things he's done. It's just whatever. Who cares?
I feel like there's a line there. It's like I can say that, yo, Charles wants to fuck this cop, but what can I do? I can shoot a cop. He goes down for 15 minutes. What you can do is, because your character gets mad, you can fuck someone for 2 hours that was already in for 2 hours. And I feel like that is no possible way that's.
He didn't just call you a virtue signaling. I wouldn't react on stream. He mentioned the R word in the stairs. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, he just fucking read some comments and then fucking copied it. Got it. Yeah, dude. I have heated gaming moments. I called someone in my audience retarded, and I apologize for it. And I think that it's still pretty fucking bad to say that, you know, a person with like low prio Q getting rolled over by a person that has like near admin fucking powers, you know, saying that that person is a retard is really bad. And worse than what I did, even though what I did was bad as well, which is, you know, an issue that people like to fucking litigate over and over again. I am a human being. I fuck up, which is part of the reason why I believe that XUC fucks up sometimes and could do better, for the record. You technically didn't call them R-did? Yeah, I said R-U-R-worded. But it's still bad. It's still a fucking use of leave Hobbit alone, LMAO. Yeah, also, yeah, the person literally apologized for it. Like, I have no fucking problems with that person at all. But it wasn't even about the fake it. The watermelon Mountain Dew, it tastes pretty good.
That's only character. There has to be some OOC involved there. That's where I'm at.
I mean, I'm a.
I feel like there's a line.
You heard he apologized to the fall, but why don't cops have to apologize and get to harass a minigame all day for an in-character RP? Unrelated, is that your dog in the poster behind you? This is not a poster. This is a painting, an oil painting, but yes. For non-RP watchers, can you explain the current drama? I kind of don't want to go through all of it. It's like super fucking long, but basically what ended up happening is like, what ended up happening is what happened pretty much in every fucking game where XQC's around other people that he has to treat like peers. he gets really heated and he thinks it's like a random pub lobby, and he gets very fucking passionate and sometimes emotional, and gets upset, sees that people are responding to him in a negative way, and some people do respond to him in a negative way, obviously, for the behavior that he's demonstrating over and over again. And it is coupled up with this gigantic audience that is virtually impossible to fucking control, and the toxicity immediately fucking seeps out in the form of 10,000 people fucking moving on to someone else's audience and fucking flaming them. If you're mad about X's Joker arc and the fact that he said what he said until you find out that he killed people in the game, yeah, no, there is a... I understand the argument. Like, I'm cooking meth, guys. It's not real. I get that. You can do a bunch of that sort of shit. I get it. I am fucking super emotional. I get super mad too, okay? I understand. It's just about, like, recognizing the responsibility you have, which I do, and I still fuck up on top of that. And I think he can too. That's just my expectation. But it doesn't matter if he's not going to... if it's not going to happen. Who cares? Viewers that get toxic are quite literally mimicking him. If he didn't act that way in regulated chat even slightly, wouldn't be as bad as it is. I mean, it's not easy. It's literally not easy. Summit learned from it when he was in 2.0 and back then. He overreacted 100%, but they also poke the bear for 6 hours and then have the audacity to put on the shocked Pikachu face when he tears them apart. Okay. Going forward, I'm just going to roll over everyone that I have more viewership with then. Okay? How about that? I'm just going to fucking literally wipe my dick all over everyone that I have more viewership over. Ugh, you're poking the fucking bear, baby. Who gives a shit? Come on, brother. That is fucking incredibly unacceptable. That is really a fucking moronic, baboon-like take that you could have. Like, come the fuck on, dude. You're the literal reason why most people are fucking afraid to say something. It's fucking bullshit. I don't even think XQC is a bad person. I've said this time and time again. But I think that he is literally turning into a person who is demonstrating bad behavior over and over again because motherfuckers are literally too afraid to say some shit. If that fucking sucks and that's going to draw ire, then I'll fuck it. I'll take it. Jesus Christ. I mean, he literally apologized. The motherfuckers are still defending it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Did you see XQ react to your LSF clip from 20 minutes ago? No, I don't care. I mean, I think so. You need to be less of a pushover, though. Bitch, I'm not. I'm one of the fucking few people that's like calling this shit out when it's bad. What the fuck do you mean? You need to be less of a pushover. There's no way I can win this. Like, motherfuckers in my community want me to murder XQC, okay? They want me to murder XQC. There's some people in my community that just hate him. That's just it. I defend the shit that he does that's defensible, and I don't defend the things that he does that are indefensible, and I even criticize it, okay? But if I criticize him, people who love him lose their shit and say, you're fucking backstabbing him, whatever. If I defend, you are two-faced, end of it. Nobody mentioned viewers. You mentioned viewers, not him. You're two-faced. That's it. Okay. I'm done having arguments with ambassadors, 12-year-old ambassadors of XQC who are defending positions that he himself does not have fucking, that he himself does not hold. Let's watch this fucking clip instead.
These people are saying you have a new car.
Yeah, here, you want to see it?
Oh, hell yes.
What is this? Is this the... Oh, this is the weekly recap.
It's probably going to be about a $1,200 repair.
$1,200? Oh, fuck. Yeah, this car really turned you into a I don't even know the word for it.
Everyone met Babaloo. Babaloo owns pet shop in Toledo. Everyone knows him?
Yeah.
Babaloo. So he's going to be importing a little baby panther for me.
So a plane comes into the airport.
Cannot be transporting this exotic animal, so we are going to have to transport this animal.
But they have to transfer it to Tony's plane. Tony flies it up to Grapeseed.
Oh shit! It just blew up the plane.
Oh,
we're alive,
what the fuck?
We're still good.
And after that, they transfer it to some kind of another transport vehicle and drive it to the Polito store. All the time while we're pretty much guarding them as an escort.
Shoot at it! I got it! I got it!
Guns at him. Hostage, are we more terrifying to you than the big scary man with the AR?
No, you're not.
Excuse me.
You hear
These
that?
guys that kidnapped you and brought you here against your will.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's insanity. Trunk. Pop your trunk.
No way.
Oh my god, there's a trooper in the front. Oh, there's a fucking
guy in the truck.
Fucking called it.
Holy shit, it all makes sense.
Where are you?
It all makes fucking sense.
Am I number 5 right now?
Hey, what's up with KD and OKC? How is he doing MVP wise, you know?
To have a battle here to the fucking death with an AK in my fucking hand and shooting anybody that comes in sight. But I grow a fucking garden of marijuana.
You need the AKs first to be able.
I am going to allow you to have your growing out of the nudist colony. Sound good?
This is an oxy run. I've never done it fully. I've gotten caught one time. Anybody want a package? Anybody want a package? Anybody? I got packages on me, brother.
Would it, normally, as it is implied that you are hunting, normally I have to check the pelts no matter what. That includes on your person and in your vehicle. But
I don't have any pelts on me.
I have evidence. I have the pelts of both the mountain lions. The dog I don't have.
Hey, are you busy?
I'm doing some things. I'm around. What's going on? This is really good. What's happening?
I was wondering if we could maybe talk in a bit. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, can I read this out loud?
Yeah.
I might be 1/16 Japanese, but I'm 100% into you. What the fuck?
You're so kawaii, and your story is not a filler. You're Tsudogi. Don, you're the lemonade stand, and I can't help myself but come back.
Majority of X's chat was defending you and question marking him, although it was probably just your audience in his chat. No, I don't think so.
I'm waiting for the day you will give me my grapes.
What the fuck? Why are you beating my fucking lip?
I was, Donnie. I was, you caught me.
Laughing.
Oh my god.
Hold me in your arms, Lang.
I can't hold you, Donnie. You broke my heart.
No.
Yeah, you can call me Animo.
Animo? Wait, why? No, they weren't defending him. I was there.
With a Mimo.
Okay, this is really hot. Just letting you know. I'm very they just call you a rat like their streamer. Yes, dude, I'm a fucking rat. Okay, stop talking about this. I don't want to talk about this. This is why sex is so difficult. It complicates things, So upset that I have such tremendous sex appeal.
Temper, Don, you okay?
Just devastated. No, I'm not okay. I'm done bad.
I'm casting a lesser healing wave on you.
We got this.
Yeah, me too. I'm casting it too now. We're all casting.
Bless this man. So hard.
There it is. So Don is not with anime anymore? No. I'm still with anime. I am still with anime. I need to figure out what to do though. Daily Don, boys. You already know what it is. It's time. Fucking let's hit that music too. Does anyone have the fucking link for the song? I'll play it right now. Hopefully No Pixel works. As a part of the Dean Boys, I have gotten my 100 Shungite back for the record. Mom found the poop sock. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I got the fucking 100 Shungite back instead of the actual laptop.
It's time I get a little something off my chest, okay? This one's for the boys.
The plane crash was probably the coolest thing that happened last week. Oh, fuck. Before we get started on the server, what the fuck? Why is this taking so long? Uh-oh. Are you guys sure the server is working right now? Oh no. The servers are fucked. It's still scuffed at the moment. The queue just went down? Literally, as I was logging in, the server crashed and the queue is down. Server is manually queuing. Bro, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Okay, the server is apparently, the people that are in the fucking server are able to get into the server, but the people that are out of the server are having a hard time getting into the server, I think. Hold on one second. Let me just... mess around with Summit on the server he's on. Wait, he literally can't get in? There's still desync issues too? Bro, how, dude? How did this just happen? Why? Get DDoS, little soy shit. Thanks, Root Brittany. Imagine thinking you're the one doing the DDoSing, you fucking loser. You absolute fucking loser, dude. Holy shit. The amount of people who can get in is... You did say it was us in the podcast. Buddha was having what you and Blau were having last night. It's working, but it's fucked. Oh, it was Sears RP. Oh, sorry. Fuck me, dude. Have you considered playing games like Ghost of Tsushima? I have considered it. Let me tell you a little thing. I've considered it so fucking hard that I've done it, my friend. I think there's only 100 people in the server currently. Do we think that this is like still a script problem or a 5M problem? Or do we think that this is a... Or do we think this is like a DDoS issue? 12-year-old Overwatch fans? I don't fucking know. What I do know is I feel like motherfuckers literally just go, oh, it's roleplay time, and they just dip out to other people's streams. That's what I think. When will you play a different game? The DDoS wouldn't last this long. It's probably a script issue that hasn't been fixed. Yeah. Server's kind of fuck right now. Yeah, I'm not doing it. They said script problem to do damage control for sure. Makes little sense to be that long after a tsunami. Look at that arm length. What? I wish I paid attention to the Pecorino lore from the beginning, but I still have fun when I drop it and watch her RP. I'm in a different server and I'm having issues since yesterday, so I'm not sure. You might want to message someone to whitelist your IP. Pretty sure they limit it to certain people. I don't think so. I don't think I can even fucking get in right now. Maybe. I'll ask. Buddhist chat is saying the server's been this safe for a whole day. What the fuck, dude? Okay, Seer just said he was RPing with people not there in the server, so it's not just Q. Guys, stop telling me other people that are on the fucking server. I know that motherfuckers are on the server. I know that like some people are on the server, but some people are not. God is punishing everyone for doing the sin on Lord's Day yesterday. While we wait, okay, dude, here, I'll watch the Asian American speak out, or rather, here, we'll do fucking reacts while I wait. Okay? Is there ever too much makeup?
For me, honestly, putting any amount of makeup on my face is too much. Excessive contouring, where girls literally look like they're changing the bone structure of their face. Like, that's talent, but like also that's not you.
Oh God. Oh, this is gonna be crazy.
I'm passionate of makeup because it allowed me to showcase to the world at a very young age the woman that I always was.
A lot of people think just because I wear makeup, I'm really stuck up and I feel like I'm the best at everything. We're just normal people that like to look good in person and just look good for everyone.
I think that the beauty industry really prioritizes Eurocentric beauty standards. Even in pursuit of trying to be beautiful and love myself or be loved by others, I will never fulfill those Eurocentric beauty standards.
I stopped wearing makeup either during my freshman year of college or my sophomore year of college. And I feel more like my authentic self when I'm not wearing it.
People say it's too much or try to say they're gonna wipe it off or, you know, just judge you for wearing it, but maybe don't know why you do.
My mom...
I'm the most centrist on makeup, dude. I mean, not that it fucking matters what my take is, honestly, but this is just my personal preference, I guess. But I'm Mr. fucking centrist Andy, where I like a little bit of makeup, I think. I still prefer like no makeup for the most part, but a little bit of makeup, if there is going to be makeup, is my personal preference. We know you're into that winged eyeliner. Yes, I do love winged eyeliner. How much makeup do you wear? I wear zero makeup. I fucking hate makeup. I personally hate it on me. I've had to wear it for TV appearances, shit like that in the past. I despise it. I don't know how the fuck women do it every goddamn day. Holy shit, you guys are the real troopers. I don't know how the fuck men do it when they do it either. Like, I just don't fucking understand. I do not understand. Bro, who cares about your opinion on makeup? Going back to X's stream. Okay, dude.
Expected me to just always look dolled up. That would be her idea of looking beautiful. I think that kind of turned me off a little bit from makeup, and I just like how I look naturally.
My name's Sabrina, and I'm from the Bay Area.
I'm not gonna fuck you just because you say women are the real troopers. No, you're gonna fuck me because I'm 6'4" and you like my political opinions on top of that, and you find me sexually attractive. You're not gonna fuck me for saying shit like that, you fucking idiot. I'm not gonna fuck you anyway, so shut the fuck up. There you go. Are you happy that I'm being honest? Is that better?
And I can't wait to learn your guys' opinion about makeup.
My name is Chris, and I'm so excited to talk with you guys about makeup.
I'm Lademi, and I'm excited to debate with you guys.
My name's Theo, and I'm excited to have this conversation with all of you guys.
Hi, my name's Bryn, and I'm just excited to hear some different perspectives.
Hi, my name is Alina, and none of my friends really wear makeup, so I'm excited to see what everyone thinks about it and where their opinions come from.
Women are oppressed by today's beauty standards.
Oppressed, that means women are oppressed.
It preys, or it being the beauty industry and the cosmetic industry, preys on the insecurities that women and men as well feel, for example, with aging. Wear this foundation, use these eye creams, do this, that, and the other things, so that way you don't look like you're aging. And I think that the aging process is a beautiful thing, and it should be celebrated, and it just shows like all of the life that you've lived, and our skin and our faces, they all tell a story. The way that I see it oppressing women and men alike is shaming them into thinking that they have to present themselves in a way that's deemed the ideal or the standard.
I think the sole fact that there is a beauty standard in general is just so damaging, because I just see beauty in a lot of people. There shouldn't be a standard for your natural self that you are.
I don't necessarily think beauty standards are oppressive, but I think sometimes they're unobtainable. So for example, like I've always struggled with acne scars, and I was like looking on social media and everybody's skin looks like so even and so clear. But then I learned that there are a lot of filters that will actually do that. Like I only discovered this 2 months ago, and then I used one and I was like, wait, now I look like everybody else. And I thought everybody just had like beautiful poreless skin, and I was the only one left out.
When you guys will post like your makeup look, do you guys use filters on them?
I've always been open with all my followers that I edit my pictures and Facetune them, just because it just gives them that extra like feeling to the picture, but not like enhance like nose or eyes or anything like that.
That's the same thing. I smooth the texture. Unless you see me in person, honey, you're not gonna see these scars or this texture or anything like that. I'm gonna filter it out. But sometimes filters are clearly, it's obvious that I'm using a filter. So I would hope that someone does.
Can we put an emphasis on glorying natural women with natural bodies? Like, the thing I don't understand is like, people will say like, oh, well, standards. Everyone's standards are different. Or everyone's point of view, I think, is different. Mine is real fucking basic, okay? Mine is straight up basic as fuck. I'm a basic bitch. That's what I... Oh no, this chat is spiraling into degeneracy. Of course it's gonna be fucking the chat is going to spiral into degeneracy. We are literally talking about fucking makeup. A concept that is polarizing even amongst people that literally apply makeup regularly or choose not to. That is the entire basis of this video. No one asked me, but people were nicer to me. I got a promotion at work after I got Botox and fillers. For you, it's bangs equals hot. If you were gay, would be your type, do you think? What would be your type, do you think? Genuinely asking? I don't know, man. Round glasses, bangs, and goths. Men be like, we want women to be more natural, and then shame women for having their natural body types and face because they don't fit the exact standards of what incels think women should be like. PogO. PogO. I agree.
Doesn't think that I look exactly like this because it's clearly a filter.
If it's becoming too challenging being online, seeing, you know, the different types of beauty that's all over the world, then maybe social media is not for you right now because you're still discovering who you're meant to be. I used to be, had low self-esteem, so I was really crazy with like, you know, the photoshopping and everything. And as I grew into myself, I just grew to love. But as far as filtering like my makeup looks or whatever, there's always going to be a little smooth here and there.
Yeah.
A woman's hair is full of secrets.
Yeah.
Smoothing.
Smoothing. It does something.
I always need a little smooth here.
Yeah. I guess the reason why I asked that question is because in a lot of like makeup ads, they'll do the makeup look and then change the makeup look in Photoshop. But it just seems like it sets unrealistic expectations, A, for the product, and B, what it's going to make you look like.
Makeup has changed how I'm treated by people.
Pre-COVID days, I love to go out to dance and stuff, to go to the club. Just men tend to just give me a lot more attention when I'm wearing makeup. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel good to me. And I swear, when I'm not wearing it, not a peep comes, no one comes my way. I think I like the latter.
There's a difference between hygiene and beauty standards, though. Homegirl don't even care about her hair. Okay, I don't know enough about hair care, but I do agree with you on that. But I guess it's like technically somewhere down the line, it's still like fucking hygiene, right? Is somewhat fucking beauty standards. But I do think that like basic hygiene is still important. She could legitimately have a condition. Point is pretty invalid. Okay, you don't know that. You just fucking literally made it up, by the way. And I don't even know if her hair is like fucked up or anything. I don't have a problem with her hair at all. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, why do people immediately go, oh, they might have a medical condition immediately? Like, what? It's such a classic fucking lefty position to immediately just assume that like someone has a medical disability or some shit. Don't you think that that's kind of fucked up? Like, what if they don't have a medical disability and they're literally arguing that they should be able to do whatever the fuck they want? You kind of invalidate their entire existence by immediately running to the assumption that like they have a medical condition and that's why they're the way they are. You know what I mean? Putting down, criticizing others isn't necessarily the best point. I mean, it's like the fucking same argument on fucking picky eaters.
Like no one coming up to me, or they just come up to me just because they like my energy or something like that. But I've just gotten different treatment for wearing makeup, and it hasn't ended positively sometimes.
Since I am like all over social media and like TV and stuff, when people
Not working,
expect
boys.
me to show up and show face, they expect to glam and they expect the makeup. And if I do show up without any of that, it's just like no one. It's like, where's the star? Where's the star power? Where's Lademi? You know.
I kind of feel the same way on social media. All I have
I'm
on
banned,
is
boys.
makeup,
I'm
and
banned from the
then on my
server.
normal days, I'm like just a regular boy. So when I go to like Sephora or makeup shopping,
Hold on, I
they're
gotta
just like,
pee.
oh, is he gonna steal something?
Did I fucking run an ad at the top of the hour? No, I did not. Fuck me. I fucking keep forgetting. Here, I ran an ad now. Sorry.
Full glam, or you look bummy, or he's gonna steal something because he's looking suspicious, looking at the makeup products. But once I like go in with like a full face, they kind of leave me alone because I'm going back to that point where, oh, he knows what he's doing because he has a full glam.
I don't know if you've read about the attractiveness bias, but it's the idea that pretty people are like perceived as like more welcoming, more educated. So I've definitely gone into interviews or like heard my employer talk about people, and it's not that they'll say like, oh, she wasn't wearing makeup. They'll say like, she didn't seem as ready, or like she wasn't as put together. I used to only wear makeup pretty much for interviews or if I was on camera. I didn't want to give them a reason to not hire me.
I used to wear like a lot of makeup. I was never good at it. Like, oh, you guys look amazing. I was never good at it, but I used to wear a lot, and then ultimately at some point the makeup comes off, you know, and beneath that you're still you. It's not easy to accept that sometimes. In the moments that I was kind of transitioning to not really wearing anymore, I really didn't notice any difference in the way that people treated me. Maybe that's just because the people that I'm surrounded by are really accepting, and I know that that's not the case for everyone else.
I'm trying to love myself without makeup in kind of my default state, I guess, and makeup certainly makes me feel very like empowered and beautiful, but then I almost like resent myself more when I take it off. So I don't know like what that's been like for you.
I'm a confident person, so I can still go without and still feel her.
It's definitely like a superpower. I always say makeup, because when I'm in makeup, I just feel like I have a cape on and I can do anything. And without it, it kind of humbles me down to maybe not be that person in the room to ask a question, or you know, it's kind of like my backup dancer.
Yeah, I agree with Latemi. When I have makeup, I just feel like I could conquer like the whole world, and I'm just like that person that can do anything. That's like the main reason why I go into makeup, because it just makes you feel good.
To a sense, wearing makeup, you kind of have to be confident. For someone that puts makeup on to feel good about themselves or whatever, but at the same time, you need to be confident because it's gonna attract that attention.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest, because I think like for a long time, like when I didn't wear makeup, I would be like, I feel so bad that people have to look at me. When I choose to wear makeup, it's not because I feel confident, but I'm almost like, can this make me feel confident? But objectively, I look better, like I look brighter, and so in the moment of being transformed physically, maybe emotionally.
Bro, dudes in the chat are like, most straight dudes in the chat are looking at this like, what the fuck? That is literally an incredible, a profound freedom that dudes have. Straight dudes have, okay? Dudes in general, though. Like, it's nuts. It's like, this notion that I gotta fucking apply, like, a layer onto my face every fucking morning, or else, like, it literally changes people's perception of me. That is nuts. That just sucks. Oh, whoa. Did you get that? Oh, my God. Boys, girls and NBs, my mommy not only makes me chicken tendies, but also literally got me game fuel, dude. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I am so spoiled. I am the most spoiled motherfucker on the planet, dude. Okay, we've moved on. Don't quit loading into the server. Oh, poggers. Oh, poggers, poggers. Pogaroo. Pogaroo's revenge, boys. Pogaroo's fucking revenge, boys. Pogaroo's revenge is big, boys.
Emotionally, I can say, like, let me go out into the world with more conviction. As much as makeup empowers me, I also want to be empowered in my authentic form as well.
I have felt uncomfortable leaving home without makeup.
I don't feel uncomfortable about leaving home without makeup now, but I think it took me a while to get.
It's pretty funny for dudes to come to the realization. It's pretty funny for dudes to come to the realization that like women don't always look the way that they think women look when they like start dating or some shit, if they've never had like a sister or something. But I guess you don't really think about it like that with your mom or sister. Like your mom, your sister, probably you know them more without makeup. So when the first time that they like start dating someone and their girlfriend like stops wearing makeup after a certain point, you're like, oh fuck. Like it's always a weird moment for it's literally like a moment where you're entering adulthood, where you realize like, oh yeah, like people always put on makeup. Like a lot of people do. What do you mean my girlfriend is my sister? Oh shit, brother. Do men expect us to have winged eyeliner built into our face? Yes. The answer, my friend, is yes. No, I'm just kidding. But like, kind of. People just don't know. People just don't know. Not gonna lie, I've only ever had negative male attention when wearing makeup, and Chaz only reminded me of that. What do you mean? Actually, don't tell me. When I wear makeup, people don't recognize me, and it's so funny. Yeah, I thought all women were fucking naturally goth. Like, I thought all women were born with septum rings, winged eyeliner, fucking bangs, like... I'm so confused. Very surprising development here.
To this point, there's still a part in my brain and my subconscious that's like, well, maybe just a little bit, maybe just a little something. Back in the day, it was more based on just insecurity that I wasn't good enough without any makeup. And now I think I've worked pretty hard to get to this point.
Sometimes for me, I do feel uncomfortable because, you know, I just want to have like nice skin like out in public, or like a full glam out in public. But sometimes I don't want to deal with like people just staring me down, or like little kids coming up to me and be like, why are you wearing makeup? That's for girls. So I just sometimes don't even go out with makeup that much.
When I started to wear makeup and I was, you know, being perceived to the public as a woman, without it, I wasn't, you know? So it was like really hard to adjust to even leaving my house without a lash, without an eyebrow, without some kind of lip gloss or blush or something to give me that touch to feel like, you know, I'm not going to get misgendered out there in the world. I am trans, and I definitely know what it feels like to not be able to leave the house without something to validate me as a woman to society.
I think the only time I used to regularly wear makeup is like if I thought I'd see my ex or something like that. But also when I was going on a lot of first dates before I met my girlfriend, I would it would pretty much be the only time I'd wear makeup. Like I wouldn't wear it to work and I would come home and put it on. But then I started to realize like these people, like if it goes further, they're going to see me without makeup, and I'd almost rather have them know that.
Brother, I'm in queue. I'm waiting.
The first date I went
It's
on
not
with my
up.
girlfriend was like one of the first dates I didn't wear makeup because I just felt like I trusted her. I just knew that I could trust her.
So funny to like bounce off.
Okay, my dude's fucking beard is crisp though. Like, he's got that high def beard, dude. I don't. Let me talk about dude fashion for a second, okay? For me, I don't like this at all. Like, I don't like doing that to myself. I don't like it. If people keep saying servers up, but it's not happening. I'm in fucking queue, but I don't know if I should. I don't know if this is not the prio queue, so I don't know if it's like correct or not. You know what I mean? Like usually I see a fucking number next to mine. So, it's a manual queue at the moment. So I don't want to get out of it. Or should I quit and rejoin? I might quit and rejoin. Okay. Oh, this was the waiting screen for everyone? Okay, then yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait, boys. I'll wait. Don't quit. Everyone has the same message as you. Okay, good.
Off of that, I went through like a phase 2 where like.
Oh, as I was saying, so it's not my thing. Like I don't really like it. I don't really like it at all when it's like straight line. Kissing dudes? Why'd you ban them? What did they say? The fuck kind of manual queue will be forever? Oh, they were being transphobic. Never mind. Clap them.
Date I went on with my girlfriend was like one of the first dates I didn't wear makeup because I just felt like I trusted her. I just knew that I could trust her.
So funny to like bounce off of that. I went through like a phase 2 where like I would like spend
It's the rich bisexual Persian on a yacht facial hair? Oh, 100%.
I would sleep with my makeup, and even like 10 minutes before like waking up, I would run back to the restroom, touch up, put on a lip stain, so I would wake up like
I used to, before we were boyfriend and girlfriend, I used to sleep in my makeup. It would be makeup all over this dude's pillows. So on Valentine's Day, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, I'm about to wash my face. I was like, I'm about to just take it all off and see what happens. And so I did that, and I'm like
surprise,
trying to hide.
Surprise, motherfucker.
He saw me, and then after that, I'm just like on FaceTime now. With makeup, I'm just comfortable.
For me, it was kind of the opposite. When you're a gay guy trying to get a boyfriend out there, most of the guys.
A lot of people disguise their misogyny and preferences, but that's another conversation. Like, I don't understand that. Like, okay, give me an explanation. Maybe you have a really good example. But like, what I don't get about that is like, when I say, for example, is it misogyny when I say I don't like body hair? I do not. That's just my preference. Like, is that actually misogyny? Am I being misogynistic? Like, a little? No. Like, why? Why? It's just, I don't like it. I think body hair is icky. I don't understand why people could ever say yes to that. No, it's not another conversation. It's this conversation. And I'm actually here to fucking, says you. Oh, dude, I hate my body hair as well. I hate my own body hair. Part of the reason why I have my body hair is because very difficult to fucking upkeep, and women seem to like it, okay? But if someone were to say, I fucking hate guys with beards. I'm not gonna fuck that guy. I would be like, all right, that's your POV. You know what I mean? As long as you don't try to force someone you're with to shave, I don't see a problem. Like, yeah, that would be insane. Shaming people for body hair is one thing. Just not finding it attractive is not bad. It's just strange. Like, it is very strange. Why not remove your body hair first? My friend, I have removed my body hair many times. You are talking to a dude who was using Nair at the age of like 14, okay? I've done everything, except for waxing, I guess. Preferences are fine, but when you start expecting people to act based on those preferences, it becomes a problem. So many women get shamed for having body hair. It's disgusting. I mean, but like women make fun of fucking men for like shaving their chests and shit, and I think that's kind of funny too. Like it's fine. Like I guess the difference is that there's a power imbalance because women are literally just fucking rated, ranked, and absolutely fucking perceived based on their sexual desirability as a consequence of patriarchal structures. So women's like judging women on looks, it hits different than judging a man on their look, because a man is more than their looks. But in the eyes of many, as a consequence of the patriarchal constructs that we've learned, judging a woman on their looks ends up being way more damaging. I think about the historical context of how women are portrayed and still portrayed in beauty standards. Do you want girls to shave their pubes too? Yeah, I that's my preference. I mean, I don't really care about it all that much as far as down there, but if it's like super bushy, it's not my favorite. I have not been in a situation where I have ever refused sex though, for that reason. I've refused it for other reasons, but not for that. The other thing I was going to say is would you date someone who has body hair and doesn't want to remove it? I mean, it depends. It depends. I don't think it would get to that point. Also, women are expected to be hairless, which is an unnatural state. What do you mean unnatural, dude? What is this fucking essentialist point of view? Like, what do you mean unnatural state? Okay, women are also supposed to fucking literally, and men are also supposed to prounce on all fours, okay? Like, what does this take? I hate that. I'm sorry. Unnatural state is like really, really fucking dumb. Yeah, you're currently in an unnatural state watching a hairy motherfucker talk about body hair over the internet with 21,409 other people. There's nothing natural about what we're doing, okay? We're human beings. We don't do natural things. How are you going to date someone and then find out they have hair and then try to force them to shave it for you to stay with them? You didn't really like that person to begin with, in my opinion, in that situation? Yeah. I hope there aren't reactionaries thinking you mean preference equals every femme should do as follows. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. You could do whatever the fuck you want. Personally. Like, anyone who thinks like, everyone should abide by my personal standards are a gigantic fucking dweeb, okay? A lot of people say most men's preferences are a direct result of pedophilia because most traits like no body hair, short, shorter, obedient, natural. I don't have a preference for shorter women. Obedient, natural makeup are all characteristics of children, as well as pedophilia is seen as so normalized. Okay. That is fucking insane, dude. That's literally insane. That is an insane... Oh! Yes! The argument that it's unnatural is so shit because so much of science is technically unnatural, you know what I mean? Oh, literally. No, I don't think that person was. You're allowed to have an opinion, but how could you say being hairless is natural? No, I said we're human beings. Nothing we do is natural. Like, there is no natural. Like, appealing to nature is a literal fucking fallacy for this reason. We live inside of fucking, like, skyscrapers, okay? Do you think that's fucking natural? No, it's not. That was the point I was making. Like, to be a human is to literally transcend beyond the boundaries of nature in nearly every fucking way. Boys and girls and MBs, okay? Leave the damn cement and metal trees out of this. It is not about being unnatural. It's about the societal standards put on women. No, I get that. What was I gonna do? Oh, I know. I was gonna play fucking Disco Elysium OST, which is pretty poggers. Pretty poggers. This is just ambiance for